Hello, are we live and working? Here we go. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to another live stream. 2 in 1 week. God, I was going to do one yesterday as well, but wasn't feeling that great. How is everyone doing? Anyway, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming on. We're on a little bit early, so we'll just hang out a bit, wait for everyone to come on, and then we'll go from there. Hey, Empire, how's it going? Empire's one of the regular viewers. Thanks for coming on. How's it going, mate? Hope everything's okay. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Thanks for joining us again, another regular viewer. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. I've just come back from a walk. It was 32 degrees outside at, what time did I go, like 9:30? So, yeah, it was pretty hot out there. Yeah, so not too bad. Hey, Kevin, thanks for joining us again. I appreciate you coming on again. How's it going? How's Florida? What's the weather like there? Hey, Mert, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, not too bad. Thank you. Cheers. Feeling a bit under the weather yesterday, but I think I'm on the mend now. I think, anyway, we'll see. But yeah, looking forward to some sourcing. So I'll wait for a few more people to jump on, then we can jump into the sourcing. Hopefully we can find something good on Qogita. Hey, Bert, how's it going? Hope you're having a good month on Amazon. Hope everything's going well. Hey Keith, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Jacob, can you source me some leads? I'm sure you've got more leads than you know what to do with, mate. Why is your chat come up on the screen but not everyone else's? Strange. Strange. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Strange. I was definitely noticing last stream, actually, some of the things were, oh, you're VIP, okay. Don't think you are, mate. Cool, right, I guess we can, oh, they've fallen off a cliff. Oh, that's a shame. Why is that, do you think? Just not got enough products, not buying enough products, or what's going on, really? Wrong kind of products? I'll be honest, my sales are actually a little bit slow this month. I cannot get the buy box in some listings, to be fair. So I'm just having to be patient and wait my turn on a lot of these lists. I've actually run out of storage on Amazon. So my prep center was trying to send stuff in today, and it was like, what? I can't. There's coming up with some error message anyway. And I was like, oh, check storage. And yeah, I'm pretty much full on storage. So Amazon really started giving me the buy box on a lot of this stuff. Probably wrong kind of products. Okay, well, it's all lesson, isn't it? So we can all learn from that and move on. It's fine. Yeah, get them sold if you can. Just find new products. Not enough stock yet. It's always the one. Yeah. Everyone who does not use my services must means no sales this month. Well, yeah. I'm sure everyone's going to use your services. Don't you worry, mate. I've definitely got some returns coming in. So yeah. Right, we'll do some Qogita sourcing for a little bit, and then we can just hang out and chat, whatever you guys want to do, really. So I'm going to switch over quickly, and then we'll go from there, since that's what the stream's all about. Hopefully this is going to work okay. Cool, yeah, I've got a scan going, just in case we run out of products. It's a bit bright, I feel like it is. Just turn down the... Well, I can't really turn down the screen. Let's go and have a look then, basically. We've got a scan. It's these two scans I've done today, so we'll go ahead and have a look at these. So those of you that are not familiar with, we're using Qogita, by the way. We're sourcing Qogita. So it's a wholesale marketplace. You can order from all over Europe. That's the best thing I like about this, by the way, is the fact that you can order from all these different suppliers in Europe that you'd never normally have access to. So, yeah, a lot of my stock now these days comes from Europe. So, yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, if you want to sign up, you can use the code FBA Mogul to get £120, including VAT, off your first order, which is pretty nice, to be fair. So makes your first order pretty much 100% not 100, very likely to be profitable, basically, as long as you source the right products. So wish I could get that with every order. Oh well. Right. So yeah, what I've done is I've taken this catalog and I've put it into Arbisource basically through a server called Qogita Price Drops, which basically monitors Qogita for any price drops, any sales essentially. Hey, Snappy, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. So we're going to go through a couple of scans and we'll see if we can find anything. So there's normally some good deals here. Right, what I normally do is go for sort of minimum of £1 profit. I'm going for a minimum ROI of, let's say, we'll go with 15% for now, and we'll just see what's going on. And don't need any of this other stuff, really. It's going to get rid of the exclude without results without buy box. Pretty simple filtering, to be fair. And then lastly, I'm going to sort by confirmed monthly sales. So this software I'm using now is called RBSource. It's a really cool tool. It does way more than just this, by the way. And if you want to check any of this stuff, check the links in the description for all this stuff. There's links, there's discount codes, there's all sorts of kind of stuff in the description of this video. So this one needs to be removed. I need to talk to my brother about this, get this removed from the scans. Rosaleek is IP, so intellectual property, which means essentially they don't like other people selling this brand. So Keith saying, is it a 24-hour sheet or a recent hourly drop? This one here, I believe, is a 3-hour sheet from midday to 3 p.m., I believe. And that's midday to 3 p.m. UK time. So GMT +1 right now. That's what this is, I believe. But it's basically from today, from midday onwards. And I think the one after this is going to be a 3 to 6 p.m., if I remember correctly. So it's pretty recent, you know. I like to do the combined ones of these because obviously it gives me way more options to look at rather than just doing like 1 hourly ones. You can get your hourly drops if you want. But no, this is a 3-hour one. Cool, right, so we're looking here. So this one here, IP, we already know this one. Look at the sales though. God, it's a shame we can't get this. 3,000 sales a month. Kind of insane, really. So let me just get rid of the bookmarks. There we go. Schwarzkopf. Okay, interesting. So this one looks promising, kind of. So what am I looking at that's very positive? I'm looking at the confirmed monthly sales. I'm looking at the profit. I'm looking at the ROI. These are all thumbs up, you know. What is a thumbs down on this one? This like $5.99 delivery, maybe making this price a little bit inflated. And these like, you know, we've got this pink line here is what I'm looking at. We've got this pink line very flat here. And then suddenly it's spiking up. So I don't think this is going to be profitable, and especially when you're looking at the 30, 90, 880 days here. But we can take a quick little peek at it and have a look. So our cost of good is £4.86. I don't think it's going to be profitable at £9. It is slightly, but obviously when we have to... let me always forget to zoom in here. So 14p profit, not really going to be profitable. If it was like $9.99, you could argue that this could be kind of interesting if you're someone who preps at home. You know, 88p is not very much, but when it sells 1,000 a month, it's not too bad, to be fair. It's quite a smallish box as well, this kind of stuff. So, but yeah, you know, if it had to be pretty stable as well to be willing to take that. There's not much room for error here. Not much margin for error. But yeah, we're looking at the history here, it's £9. So no good there, unfortunately. Or if this was cheaper, you know. But yeah, again, this is one of the ones, again, guys. If it's £10, you can make 89p. If you put it £10.01, you lose 12p. So some of these smaller items, make sure you keep them under £10 or over like £12. So you don't want to be in between that. Cool, let's keep going then. So we've got an Olay one here. Again, what I'm looking at, it looks good to me. Profit's okay. It's like a meh, you know. ROI is meh. SPM, yay, pretty good. Price is looking a little bit inflated potentially. So we'll have a quick look. You know, DG as well on the, yes, hair dye and things like that is DG, yeah. So you've got to factor that in. It's a little bit more expensive to ship in. Now you could probably, these items, you could probably fit quite a lot in a box, but you do have to factor in that dangerous goods cost a little bit more money to send in because you've got to sort your own shipping. But yeah, it's something you've got to factor in, I guess. But a good spot on that one. So I was getting excited there. I was like, oh, £6 profit, but I haven't put a cost of goods in. So, right, where are we here? 60p profit. I mean, I would take this, right, if there was like very few sellers and I was getting 1,000 sales per month. I'd take this, but obviously, you know, it's not just like that. So, again, look here, this $13.97, bit of a price spike here. Got to be careful of this. Pretty simple. Looking at the history, pretty much £8.50 to £11. So we can pretty much move on from this one. What I'm going to actually try and do here is articulate and talk really quickly and source quickly as if I was doing it myself, actually. So we'll try and do that. No, it doesn't, Empire. It doesn't include my prep fees. I always keep them in mind, basically. Now, one reason I did that before is because I had multiple prep centers, so I didn't want to put in that. But I suppose in theory I could now put my prep cost, but no, I don't have that in there. So I always just kind of keep it in my mind. I know what the cost is. Yeah, so I just have that in my mind when I'm sourcing. This one here is a classic one that comes up. It's just a mismatch, unfortunately. We should probably report it, but yeah. So La Roche-Posay, and a classic one here that I thought was IP, but it turns out it's not. So if you can sell this one, pretty good. 1,000 sales per month. I imagine this is going to sell even more in the future as well. Another good tip as well is, let's not imagine and analyze this on a static basis. Let's consider the future, and the past, I suppose. But how is this going to do in the future? We're coming into summer. The UK's had some fantastic weather, I hear. Hopefully, it will continue. I'd imagine people will definitely be thinking about sun creams and after suns and hats and sunglasses and stuff like that in the future. So, hopefully everyone's being optimistic about the summer coming in the UK. So, and imagine this, sales would go to 2,000-3,000 per month. But yeah, obviously we can look at the history to see if there's any kind of evidence for that, but kind of going off our own kind of judgment here. That's probably not a bad assumption. The only risk is, I suppose, you take that gamble and then it never happens. So that's one downside, I suppose. But this sells 1,000 per month already, so it's not too bad. Probably helped by the good weather. So this one here, $12.98 buy price. It's a 28% ROI. What we're seeing here, £25.89 sale price. It's 1,000 per month that we could see from here. You can't quite see it here because it's being covered up, but if we scroll down anyway, we'll be able to see it. Now we're just looking at how stable this price is essentially. So we can see that obviously in February this sells 50 a month, and as the weather's gotten nicer in the UK, it has gone up in sales per month. And this is the middle chart I'm looking at here. It's growing and growing and growing. If we look at last year, it wasn't as popular as last year, to be fair. Maybe because the price was really high. But yeah, it seems to be doing well this year. Now, I can see here that, this is an interesting one. It looks like when Amazon's in stock, it goes to kind of like 21.20. But in the past, it's been around sort of 25, 26. Not having many sales, though. So we've just jumped back up to 26 here. This is an interesting one because it's a bit of a gamble, I suppose. So what I'm looking at here is what do we get when it goes down to 21.20? We basically make 50p. So our worst case scenario is 50p, I suppose, looking at this year history. And our best case scenario is that it goes to 26.50. And we're going to make £4, £3 profit. So looking pretty good. We can see there's a slight increase on sellers as well. From 7 to about 10. Still pretty good considering it's 1,000 sales per month. And yeah, it overall looks pretty good. Amazon's not on this right now, so not that I can see them on the left here. Oh, no, they are here. Okay, that's them. 25.89. So, but yeah, 1,000 per month looking pretty promising here. This one looks pretty good, to be fair. So let's open it up on Qogita. I'm sure it's sold out now because this is an older. Okay, there's 23 in stock here, so this one's pretty good to me, to be fair. So there's not a huge amount of stock, so it kind of sucks. You can see my OA here extension here. We can just double check that as well. The Roche-Posay. Did we check this one last time? I feel like we did. I can't remember. Yeah, we did because I remember thinking SPF 50. We're checking that one. So yeah. So this one, I think we checked before. So apologies for that. And yeah. Cool. I don't know if it'd be interesting to see if I came up with the same analysis last time. Actually, compare how my thought processes between those two. So, well, it's still in stock, apparently. Just not very many stock. Anyway. Ooh, Lenore. Again, I don't know why we get these $5.99 ones. I'll be supposed to need to sort this out. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm going to just pass on this because it's not profitable, I don't think, at $5.99. One thing that's interesting, actually, if we can get this for £2.59, which we can do, and there's this one here. So it's at £2.59. It's not profitable, sure. But is there any 2-packs, 5-packs, Lenore? What was this called? Crease release spray. If we search this, yeah, there's 2-packs over here. There's bundles over here. This might be a private label listing though. Yeah, we can't sell this. It's some guy made a random listing. But it is this one, right? This 2-pack. Is this it? Crease release. One here. This is brand Lenore. So, oops, we can do 211, so that'd be 422. It might not be profitable. Yeah, it's not. Never mind. I'm just experimenting, having a look. 2-pack might have been acceptable. $9.97 looks a pretty good deal. So, $1,000 per month. Occasional spike up to a crazy price. But yeah, I'm just trying to think outside the box a little bit. When I see something like that, I just think, is there a 2-pack, a 3-pack, a 6-pack? You can see people are creating all these little bundles and stuff for these ones. This is like a classic thing which people do here. Like, I'm going to make my own unique bundle, and I'm going to put a little... I don't know why Amazon allow this, like a stupid little netting bag or whatever. Why you'd want this, I don't know. How is that even necessary for this? I don't know. So Sean's saying, what extension is that? So it's my extension that I've just created. It's called oahero.com. It is not 100% ready for release. It does work. You can, if you want to test it and buy it out now, you can do it. It does a bunch of other stuff as well. I'm hoping to be officially released on Monday. But if you want to preview and want to buy it early, then you can go ahead and buy it. It's called oahero.com. I'm pretty sure that's it. But yeah, so yeah, that's it basically. So that's the one. If you want to check it out, if you want to buy it now, I'm not going to say no, but it's $200 for lifetime, $100 for a year. It does all sorts of other stuff as well. But yeah, shows us how it works. Maybe give us a demonstration. I can't do it because this screen is a really wide screen, right? So it's very hard for me to get the recording working on this stream, essentially. I have to do like a window, and unfortunately the extension doesn't show up. So if I click on it, it doesn't show up. It's really annoying. I'm trying to think how I could solve this. But yeah, I had a look earlier. It was really difficult. So I can't show you right now it working on other websites. But you can if you go to that website, you can see. It will be officially released on Monday. It does work now. I just need to update the retailer data that it's going to have on there. So, but it does have, for example, I'll quickly show you. Another fantastic feature of it. Again, I wasn't planning on showing you that, is this. It has this restricted thing here. So if a brand is restricted, or is IP or anything like that, it comes up with this restricted thing here to warn you, essentially. So what's another one that you can't sell? Mugler, for example, or Thierry Mugler. This one, I've not tested this one. Should have come up. Maybe it's Thierry Mugler I've tried. Why did that no one show up? Again, this is why it's not officially released. Should have shown. Weird. Anyway, a few small little bugs I need to sort out. Thierry Mugler, come on, don't let me down. Okay, it's just coming up with Mugler, that's why. I think it's looking for Thierry Mugler. So anyway, so I need to test it a little bit more. But yeah, so it works on some of them anyway. What's another one? CeraVe. This one, I think it was listed as IP, but I don't think this is IP actually, so I think I removed it. So that one won't show up. But anyway, so that's essentially what it does. It tells you about, you can do the GTIN searching, and it tells you about restricted brands. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. So there's a lot more I want to do. I really want to build an AI into it that looks for IP on Amazon, but that's a future project for it. That's not in it now. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Charlie, by the way. Appreciate you coming on. But yeah, so anyway, back to Qogita. Let's do some more sourcing. I need to look into why that one wasn't showing up. But yeah, what I was trying to do here was thinking like, is there a 2-pack, a 3-pack? Was there something? Because this seems like really cheap for the spray, so I thought maybe we could try and... The problem that's hurting it here is it's 500 mil, so it's a little bit like heavy. That's what's hurting the profitability of this. Anyway, we can move on now. Turtum, I've never heard of this brand before. Okay, interesting. So this is a brand I've never heard of in my entire life. It sells 600 per month, so apparently other people have heard of it. 1304 is the buy price. 600 per month looks good. And now we need to, obviously it's a new brand, so we need to make sure this is not IP, no indications of IP. Obviously need to make sure it's profitable as well. Some scrolling down, looking at the price history. So yeah, in the past it's been like £18. It's been up to £21, £19. It looks pretty damn stable, to be fair. Excuse the language. I've just been demonetized. Now I turned adverts off for this. I didn't mean to turn them on last time. So yeah, £24. So 24 is a little bit high on this one. It's kind of annoying. This looks really stable, but then we're at like £24. It's like it's barely worth it at 24. and 24 is a little bit like inflated here. Oh, it's a real shame, really. So, yeah, this one's probably a no-go, like 19, just losing money. That is a real shame. But I didn't see any massive indicators of this brand being IP. So, again, what I'm looking for when I'm looking for IP, I'm looking at the history of the product. I'm looking for any sharp drops. That's one of the biggest indicators. And I can see here we've had lots of FBA sellers here and no sudden drops. So that's always very promising. So that brand looks okay from this listing. But yeah, not profitable, I don't think. Again, that's why you can't just look at the now. You've got to look at the history. And it may be, I'm totally wrong on this one, by the way, it may be that this is the new price. I know nothing about this brand. Maybe, and this is where inside info can come in, maybe this brand's just increased their prices by 20%, and this is it now. And this is the new price, £24, and I could be missing out. And me going in the past history is pointless. So it could be that if you, yeah, I don't know. But I've got to go off what I know and what I see, and for this one, it just doesn't look promising. But again, I could be wrong. Prices are going up on a lot of stuff. So, yeah. Yes, Empire. Yeah, the only good thing as well is it has a few is 600 SPM, so it's fine to have when lots of sellers jump on. It happens on any product. If lots of sellers jump on, the price will fall down, but the sales per month, the high SPM adds resiliency to it and reduces the time that it's going to drop down. So it's on that. If it was profitable at that price, I don't really care if people jump on it and kill the price. I'll hold it and wait, because it sells 600 per month. And to be honest, it'll probably sell more when they kill the price. So if we go back to that, actually, let's have a look. Does it actually go up higher than 600 per month? Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Ryan. Thanks for listening in. A lot of people do listen to these and watch these when they're prepping or just doing cooking, whatever. So it's cool. It's fine. I'm happy to entertain you while you're doing that. So yeah, we can see here the price has been, actually, I guess the price hasn't gone down so much. But it's been to about 700 per month. So with the price coming down a little bit, maybe it does encourage the sales to go up a little bit. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Sometimes when you see these prices go down massively, people obviously jump on, take advantage, and the sales per month goes up sort of temporarily. So nothing so far. We got that La Roche-Posay one, which I'll throw in if someone wants to actually buy that. You've got to probably find some other items with it. This one's no good. How is this snuck in? ROC is IP, I believe. Let me just double check though. Yeah, ROC Europe. Okay, another good indicator. Is this IP? The brand's on the listing, ROC Europe. Always worth double checking this though, in case someone's trying to trick you. And they just named it, but yeah, business name ROC. So yeah, that looks IP, not OP. Looks IP to me, but sometimes I always feel like people are sneaky and they put their name, just to say they can keep it to themselves. But yeah, this one is IP, so watch out for that one. Interestingly, let's just double check if my extension's working here. Oh, Simon. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I definitely updated that database. Or did I? Yeah, again, this is why it's not released yet. I can have a look in a minute. Right, quarterly. Yeah, this brand again. Is this a restricted brand? I think it is now. Yeah, quarterly UK. So you can't sell this brand again. So we'll move on from that one. This one here, £1.29. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? Yeah, restricted, yeah. And there was also IP as well. The brand was on there. So that used to be a really good brand, by the way. I remember I bought that brand back in the day when Lloyd's Pharmacy did that massive sale. Oh, that was such a good sale. That was insane. That's probably the best sale I've ever seen of any website ever. And that's better even than the Fraser sale. That was literally one of the best sales ever. That was absolutely insane. Right, so let's have a look here. This one here. Again, I'd look at this one. I'm seeing like £1.29 profit. I'm seeing okay, the ROI is pretty good, but I'm like thinking, how many of these can I fit in a box when it's half a kilogram each? So I'm kind of factoring that into the kind of postage a little bit, but it looks like it's probably still profitable. So 2.02. It's interesting. So the price has gone up since that scan. 300 per month looks pretty good. Profit's a little bit on the low-ish side. It's still fine. ROI is pretty good. Let's have a look at the pricing though. Again, it's a little bit of a price spike, maybe $7.90. We spend most of our life here at £6.70. Does go up to $7.90. I don't know. It's interesting. It's been up to 13. I don't know. This one's kind of all over the place, really. If it goes down to like 690, which it definitely has in the past, then when a lot of sellers have come on, then sure, it goes to. It's still profitable, to be fair. So 670, 690. Does Qogita price drops remove items when Qogita has a low quantity? No, it doesn't. Good. It does actually, but I can't remember the formula for it. It does have a minimum quantity, yes. And I remember talking to my brother about this ages ago, but I cannot remember what it was. But yes, I'll have to inquire about that. Yes. So FBA Mogul says, are you able to download a seller catalog? I've had issues yesterday and today. They say it's a bug. Yeah, I downloaded one earlier, actually. So let's try for... Yeah, I mean, I did one earlier, to be fair, so it worked for me. So maybe it's on a per account basis or whatever. But yeah, earlier on, I found a item and downloaded a catalog. So what item was it? It was a... Yes, it was a... DKNY coconut perfume, and there was only 12 in stock. So then I downloaded the retailer catalog and then got distracted. Did something else. So I never actually did it. I remember seeing that, and I went and never did it. I don't know if anyone else saw that lead or not. It's on one of my restocks on Qogita price drops. It kept alerting me constantly all day, actually, and there's 12 in stock, and I never got around to actually, Oh man, that is so tasty. I've got some 7-Up tonight. Oh man, yum, yum, yum. Yeah, definitely a bit dehydrated after my walk today, earlier on. Right, anyway, let's go back to this. I actually think this looks like a good lead. So initially I was like, is it going to be too heavy? I don't know, this is where my biases come in a little bit. I'm like, it looks like a washing up liquid bottle or dishwasher liquid thing, but quite heavy, but it actually looks okay. Hey Ran, Dubai is pretty nice. I went out for a walk about 9:30. It was still 30. I think it was 32 according to my watch. 31, 32. So pretty warm, but it was nice to go out. It's pretty busy. I like the heat, to be fair. Just kind of sucks when you're going for a long walk. But yeah, it's really nice, to be fair. It's getting too hot in the day though. It's too hot to going out during the day. You can't go out for more than, I don't know. I can't anyway for more than half hour really, without sweating too much. Empire's tracking. Everyone's tracking this one. Okay. So the tracking thing works pretty well then, does it? On Qogita price drops. So don't forget, guys, you want to sign up to Qogita. You want to sign up to Qogita price drops. You want to sign up to Arbisource and do exactly what I'm doing here. This is what I do pretty much on a daily basis to source products on Qogita. This is the exact method I use. All the links for these are in the description. I have been focusing my efforts on the Chrome extension recently, but yeah, when I'm sourcing, this is where I'm sourcing, essentially. No one's bought those 12 then, I guess. No one's found some other profitable items. So, yeah, Jacob's coming in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's going to be really hot, mate. So it's going to be really hot. You'll be all right, mate. Just spend all your time indoors. You come to Dubai and spend all your time indoors. Yeah, it's a shame because it gets too hot to even go out. And well, for me anyway. I don't mind the heat so much, but there's a limit to how much I can take. And you're looking, so what's weird, you're looking at the Qogita page. I can't see them on the listing, weird. I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, anyway, this one here looks pretty good. When we're talking about anyway. So yeah, got up to 300 per month. This one looks okay. I'd actually probably buy this one. So is this a little IP indication? Maybe not really. No, maybe not really. It's a bit of a weird little blip there, but everyone came back. Probably fine. So yeah, if someone wants to go ahead and buy this one, I'm sure it's still available. Let's have a look. Unless it's been bought. Okay, one potential thing here is that now put me off this product, to be fair. Let's just double check on the extension, by the way. Looks good to me. is there's a lot of stock here. This is one thing that really put me off here, is that it's 3,000 stock, which essentially is 10 months worth of stock if you have the listing for yourself. So for me, this would put me off this product. It's something you do have to keep in mind, that the stock level here is just too much. So yeah, unfortunately on this one, with this level of stock, it's no good. So unfortunately, yeah, sorry to say, but you get to see a little sneak peek of a feature that only I've got. Compare prices to Amazon. What's this? Too early to buy. Yeah, it's an avoid. You're 100% right, Ryan. Yeah, 100%. This one's an avoid. But yeah, so this is an interesting feature. You guys might get to see this at some point. A new Qogita feature. Right. So Uriage. Again, I feel like some of these older brands that I know are private label. Yeah, private label restricted. So you definitely need to do a little update on some of these. Make sure we don't get any of these restricted ones through. Need to make a little note, actually. Where are we? Restricted brands. Uriage. ROC. Cool. Maybelline. Oh, I mean, £1.11 profit. It's a bit tight, isn't it? $4.72, $200 per month. We've had some real near misses today. So hang on, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking it's $2.11. $4.72, £1.10, $200 per month. Not too bad if there's not too many sellers on there, with Amazon on there as well. It's a bit iffy. Okay, there's 2 sellers, to be fair. It's not terrible. The only thing is, again, that kind of sucks with this one is, yeah, that price is a bit high. But like I said, this is one of these ones where if you go to 10.01, it basically goes down to 10p profit. So at whatever price this is, what was it, $9.98? There's literally nowhere for this to go. It's literally £1.10, and that's pretty much it. If it ever goes above, which it just doesn't, then it'll have to go all the way to 12. It's not like a terrible listing, to be fair, this one, but I don't know. Amazon being on it, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I don't normally avoid Amazon, but I don't know. I just want a bit more juice on the bone, a bit more meat on the bone on this one, I think. Being a little bit of a slower seller. It's not a bad one. Look, if you've got the £120 discount code, this is a really good one. Although I think Maybelline is hard to sell as a beginner. Yeah, I can, Charlie. I can sell this. I guess because I've got an older account. So yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah, Maybelline is hard gated for new sellers now. So only the old school people like me can sell this one. So could be an interesting one for me. It's just not enough meat on the bone for me, I don't think. So as the SPM starts dropping down, I really want to be seeing some higher profits, to be fair. Yeah, I'd say I'd take this if it was like 1,000 SPM, but at 200, probably not. Yeah, so yeah, you can't do it, but I can. I'm ungated on Maybelline. I sell Maybelline all the time. So yeah, just OGs. Yeah. So I don't know why they've done that, but Maybelline obviously have got in touch with them and told them to restrict it. It might come back. You never know. So let's have a look. L'Oreal here, it's getting a bit meh now, to be honest. Again, like £1.27. I want more profit for this kind of SPM. I'd probably even skip that now, to be honest. Wet brush. This one is, I feel like it's IPPL. It's not been the best sourcing session, has it, so far? But this is how it goes, I guess. Sometimes you find good ones, sometimes you find bad ones. To be fair, it's definitely getting tougher on here. You definitely have to do more sourcing, more scans, but there's still some amazing deals that you can find on here. Like, absolutely killer deals. Yeah, people sell this brand. Okay, so this one actually, yeah, 3.36. So this is $200 per month. We're actually looking at £2 profit now, 60% ROI. There are a few sellers on this, but it's looking okay. The price, what price are we at now? $9.99. It's a little bit high, maybe, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's been sort of £9 to £10 a lot. So it's not too bad, to be fair, this one. Is this one of these ones where if you put 10.01, yeah, it goes. So it has to go all the way to 12 or more. So it's actually not a bad one, this one, really. I don't think this is too bad a listing. Let's have a look here. I thought the same, Thomas, but it's apparently not. Let me have a look at the year or all. There's people on it. I thought the same, but no. Let's just have a look here and do some analysis quickly. Wet brush. Okay, interesting. Because I thought this was, but then you see that and people are selling it. So let's just open up. I won't open up too many because it normally crashes the stream for whatever reason. I'll open up 4. We'll have a very quick look and see. Let's go to this one, which is 1,000 per month. Ooh, there is an indicator there, look. But everyone came. Yeah, sponsored doesn't always guarantee, Charlie. It's just it's a yellow flag, I call it, essentially. Sponsored is not always a guarantee. It's a yellow flag. Soul retail. There was, like I said, there's a massive IP thing here we can see, and it is an actual IP, a huge drop down. But everyone came back. So, iHerb and FBA still on wet brush listing. Is it really? I didn't see that one. Didn't see that one. But yeah, I don't know. This one's definitely interesting because, I mean, I see an IP claim here, but then everyone came back. Maybe it was parallel import. Let's have a look on this one here. Again, there's FBA sellers on here. So, interesting. This could be a brand that everyone's been overlooking. It's definitely some, I don't know, it's an interesting one, really. There's this Sol retail that seems to be on all the listings. But, yeah, I don't know. Might be worth a go. I don't know, it's an interesting one. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the iHerb one, but yeah. Probably went to make sure that marketplace invoice is available. I looked into this one and thought IP. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Let's have a look. Again, another feature. Yep. Marketplace invoice. I've noticed this is becoming more and more on here now. Probably because people realize they're not getting sales without it. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I've learned a new thing, really. This is definitely a brand I'll start looking into, actually. Definitely, I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed, but definitely looks like there's some... I did not see your DM, no. Let's have a look. Did you just DM me now? Boom, boom, boom. Let's have a look. What did you send, Thomas? You sent me a Qogita lead. Do you want me to open it up, or what do you want me to do? Oh, I've got 2 of these going. Okay, cool, right. Anyway, so yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. So, Thomas, you want me to open this one up on stream, yeah? Okay, sure. I can open this one up. So, Thomas has sent us a lead to have a look at. Let's hope it's not a link to a Rickroll YouTube video. So, okay. I have sold this one before, I think, or something similar anyway. So, the GTIN here. So, we can go to Amazon and have a look. And... Ooh, look at that. 10,000 per month. That's what dreams are made out of. It literally said 10,000 per month here. 1 second. I'm not 10,000 per month, right? Oh, bought multiple items. Hang on, sorry. Let me go back a second. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. 10,000. Oh, sort of bought multiple times. Yeah, I was like, well, that doesn't read right. But then I click on it and it's 2,000. Strange. Anyway, let me go back to the chat so we can actually see what's going on. Brad predicts Brad. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Or not talking right. Brad predicts IP. There was an IP on it, but yeah, it disappeared. So this one here looks pretty promising. 773 times 1.2. Enter. Is £1.75 profit, 18% ROI. We have a bunch of Amazon sellers on this. It's 2,000 SPM, but Amazon It's so weird, right? It did say 10,000 on that page, didn't it? So strange, but it's actually 2,000. Yeah, it looks pretty nice to me, and I'd say £18 a bit of a low price actually. It's been as high as sort of 21. So to me, this looks pretty nice. Yeah, let's buy it all. Who wants to buy this one? Let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the buy box. Oh, by the way, I never look at the buy box percentages. So it's 87% one person, 13% another. But let's look at the. But have people just jumped on this though or not? It's interesting. What's the past month looking like? 9 offers. But the difficult thing to know is that this is why I don't like this. We don't know if everyone's been competitive or not. If everyone's been sat at $25.99, $22, $21, £20, $20.47, then of course you're not going to get a buy box percentage. Whereas if you're selling it at $19.33, because look, how many people are on this listing? There's 14 listings, or if we just go to FBA. This is why I don't like the buy box percentage, because it's not always like reflective. Of course, this guy at £29 is not going to get a buy box percentage. So yeah, this is where it's very difficult to look at, to know what we can look at the offer tab. It could be kind of interesting. And see what everyone else has been offering at, potentially, if you're going to go to like a deep analysis. But this guy's been above 20. He was 18 at one point, third party FBA. How long ago was this? 90 days. So let's go buy box percentage for 90 days. So, it does actually look like it is a little bit dominated, but at the same time, I just don't know how competitive everyone has been. That's the problem. So, yeah. Yeah, Knuffles, yeah, you can, yeah. La Roche-Posay never actually went to shit ton, I think. So, yeah, I had this exact same thing I mentioned in the last stream, that this brand has come back. Do you remember, it was at the exact same time, it was Vichy, it was Clinique, and it was La Roche-Posay were all meant to go restricted, hard-gated, but only Vichy went restricted, and the others are still available to sell. But I don't know if they are Empire or not. I don't know if they are at that price or how long they've been there. So, yeah. Also, this guy's got like a terrible rating. This guy's got 2 rating. I don't know. Just it's one of these ones where like, it's a tough one though. Clinique, I can't sell it all. I can. Vichy, I can't though. Yeah, Vichy is hard gated for me. This is one of these ones where it's like I'd love to send 10 units in and just see what happens. Essentially, it's a difficult one, really. It is a difficult one, this one. It's one of these ones where, yeah, saying that, I'm kind of tempted to just buy them all. Can't be that much, surely. Should we just buy them? Oh, of course. The one annoying thing here is that there's no, from this seller anyway, there's no marketplace invoice, but this seller does have them. So it's not too much more expensive. Okay, 1428. Yeah, could be tempted. This is one I'd be tempted by. If you guys want to check it out, go for it. But yeah, I'd be tempted by this. I don't know if I should show you my cart in here. It's only a cheeky 11 grand. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting, eh? Interesting. This is a tough one. It's a tough one indeed. I'd probably just go for it myself. I think I probably could fight for the buy box potentially if I put the price competitive enough. But yeah, it's definitely a gamble though. But yeah, it's an interesting one. So sorry, let me have April 2020. What, in this one? Or which one are we talking about, Empire? Year 2024. Oh, this one here, I see, okay. Interesting, yeah. 17 down to 4. I'm trying to think what date that it went restricted. It does look like an IP claim, to be fair. It does look like an IP claim. And that was 2024 April. About this time each last year. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Sometimes you've got to get on the listing to really know. Sometimes you yeah. I'll be honest, I would never drop 11k on this product. I would just love to test it out, and I might be tempted to buy. I'd be tempted to maybe 100 units, give it a go. But yeah, it's just too much to buy like 1,000 or whatever. It's too much. Enough says a Clinique crap I can't go and get. I'm 99% sure Clinique is still. I'm pretty sure I still sell Clinique. So anyway, interesting one, this the HBO sale one. Anyway, it looks really good. What I'm kind of more interested by actually is when you search this, is that it comes up with, it says 10,000 per month there. That's so strange. Weird. 10,000. Odd. Anyway, interesting one. Thanks for that, Thomas. That's very interesting. Right. I'm going to just quickly go to the other scan, see if there's anything kind of interesting in there, and then we can just go and hang out and talk, I guess. We'll do like an hour of sourcing, and then confirm monthly. Oh, let's get this game first. Profit, 15% ROI. Let's get rid of the ones without buy box. Confirm by monthly sales. Okay, we've got the weather one again we saw last time, 1,000 per month. Awesome, if you can get ungated on it. We've got that Lenore one again as well. The heel sporing one, I think we've looked at before as well. Rimmel one, okay, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, I swear I read that. I'm just literally, I don't know what's wrong with me. 10,000 people bought multiple times. Yeah, that's what I thought I read as well. I was just totally, I couldn't, just getting mental. There are too many other Qogita sellers at large stock levels. Yeah, potentially, yeah. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. This Rimmel one looks interesting. I mean, I think I'd rather have a higher SPM for £1 profit, but we can have a look at it anyway. This stuff normally sells pretty well. £3.31 buy price. Let's go through quickly. Let's try and analyze this quickly. So 400 SPM. What was it? £7 sell price. It's been higher. That's something that's promising. Actually, this price looks a little bit low compared to. Right, it's been as low as 5, not for very long. £7 probably is about where it normally lives, but it does go as high as £7.99 sometimes. So that's nice to know that we've got that there. We do have a few other sellers. So 1, 2, 3 sellers at £7. So if you come in as a fourth seller, you're going to get 100 per month if you get it evenly. It's not too bad, this one, really. So it's kind of interesting. It's cheap enough. I'd be tempted by this one. It's not a huge profit, to be fair. If you've got the 120 discount, it's a really good deal, this one. It's not one that's going to make you rich, but it's still money. So it's got the marketplace invoice. This is probably one that I would just buy, to be fair. Just because how many can you buy? 300. You're going to make, need to factor in prep fees and stuff, but if you prep at home, there's £300 profit there. You're not going to sell it all right away. It's going to take 6 months to sell, maybe. But yeah, I'm assuming no one else has bought this. But I could always check and get price drops. See how many came in stock. But yeah, I think this one looks okay. Again, you're not going to get rich off this, but it's easy to prep. It's simple. It's lightweight. You can chuck it in the top of a box. The price looks relatively stable. It has been lower, to be fair. Even Amazon went down to 260 at one point, but it pretty much does sell a lot. When you look at the year, it looks a bit worse now. At the 3 months, it looks okay. At the year, it looks a little bit. Why does it do that to me? There we go. There were times where it was a little bit lower, but it's still like $7.98 there. The buy box is $5.99. £7.50 there. So yeah, I don't know. This one looks interesting to me. It's up and down a little bit, but yeah. I don't know. It's kind of, you buy this, let's say you make £200 profit on this one. That's your £200 profit for the day on the one buy. Keep buying. So how much is this going to cost you? What was the ROI on this one? Like 30%. It's not too bad, really. So ideally, for someone who's got a decent amount of stock, capital maybe. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of that one? Is that something you'd buy? I'm not exactly jumping for the moon for it, but I'd probably just buy this. It's I don't know. It's going to, I don't know. Yeah, I might be sitting on it for a year, to be fair, but it's still going to make me money on it. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not very exciting, to be fair. Let's just double check at the GTIN as well. Brown, this way. Doesn't have the 02 on there, but yeah, it looks okay to me. Can always look at the pictures. 02 brown medium. Nice. Yeah, Thomas is saying trying to avoid stock that takes a while to sell. I've had more capital, I'd hold stuff longer. What's the minimum order on this one? I mean, this is I actually don't mind this one, especially if you're new to. Obviously, make sure you can sell it. But let me just get the ASIN up, and let's see what the minimum order quantity is. So, if you can get this, if you can sell this, and you're sat on your £120 discount code, then this is kind of interesting. To be fair. Because you are going to make a lot of money on this. Well, not a lot of money, but you're going to make some good money on this. So the minimum order quantity is going to be like, it's 500, isn't it? So, yeah, you're going to need to get 189 units, 192 units. But you also get the 120 off, so it makes it kind of more profitable. Anyway, just an interesting one, if you can sell it. But yeah. This is the one we saw earlier. I was talking about the coconuts one. I think there's only 12 in stock. So yeah, what you can do, you can add this to cart, by the way. So on Qogita, you can then click on the supplier here. Then you can click and download all the stock for this supplier, and then run it through Arbisource and try and find some stock to sort of get this minimum order value up. Right, so let's carry on anyway. Yankee, I love a Yankee candle. Sells so well, especially at Christmas. So our buy price is $13.72. Let's have a look here. £2.25. They do weigh a little bit. 600, yeah, over half a kilogram. But yeah, I like these. I think we looked at this one last time. I like these personally. I think they're good. Yeah, if someone wants to get this, I've already analysed this one before. I think that's a good one. To be fair, I like this one. Yeah, go for it. I'd say. On that one, how much stock was there? 72 stock as well. So you probably have to top it up with something else. Don't think it's quite going to hit 950, unfortunately. It's a big minimum order value on that one. So just thinking to myself, why didn't I buy this? I think after the last stream I did one for 3.5 hours. I think I literally blanked out a lot of that. I was so tired by the end of it. But yeah, anyway, so let's have a look quickly. L'Oreal, £1.90. Do you know what I'm not seeing anymore? I'm not seeing like hugely profitable items, but I am sorting by SPM. Well, this one here I think is an issue because it's not this item, I don't think. Or is it this fusion mask here? Is it this one, Thomas? You ran into an issue with it or something. I can't remember. Okay, same supplier as this one. Weller Intense Fusion Repair Mask. 150ml. I feel like this one, let's have a look on, let me close it, the tabs down. Okay, interesting. This one looks okay. 100 SPM. The buy price is $9.88. So £3.52 profit, 35% ROI. 100 sales per month. Price is definitely at the top end, but it's not like it's never been that price before. It definitely dips down to like 12. And it kind of, I guess, averages around 16, which is really worrying. It's like break even. This one's not quite. It has been 21 before, but it's not hitting 21 enough for me to buy this. It like has these little islands of 21, then it drops back down again. It's just interestingly, around Christmas though, it went for like 900. I guess people are buying this as gifts and stuff. Crazy SPM, but yeah, I don't know. This one here, it's not hitting those £21 very often. Now, one thing going for this though is that there's no other sellers apart from Amazon EU, so that could be kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I probably, do you know what? If I was buying these ones here and I just had to meet the minimum 950 quantity and I'm at 760, I probably would just pop a few of these in the cart and give them a go. I wouldn't necessarily buy this one specifically, but I wouldn't mind topping up with maybe 10 or 20 units just to, on this one. But I wouldn't go crazy on this one. So I'm looking to sell these it's a bit of a risky one, this one, but it's not a bad top-up one, to be fair, for that supplier. Someone said that 350 minimum order on the Qogita Discord is too high. I mean, if for some people it is, to be fair, I get what you're saying. Hello, Sosa. Barbados, Uruguay, Brazil. Are we just listing places, are we? What's going on? Yeah, not sure what's going on, mate. But yeah, welcome to the stream, though. So Arbisource, hey Meow Magic, how's it going? So Arbisource does not work in Germany, unfortunately. It doesn't work in any EU country. If you want to, and I really need to get an affiliate link for this because I keep sending them customers. If you want to search in EU, you need to go and see Profit Path. Tell them I sent you. They're very expensive, but they're pretty good. So they do Europe. But yeah, unfortunately, Arbisource, I don't know if they've got any plans to do Europe. They really should do. Because I'd love to sell to you guys in Germany and France and places like that. But yeah, unfortunately, Arbisource doesn't do it. Qogita price drops, though. Absolutely, that's agnostic of any kind of country. So, but yeah. Cool, right. I'm still going to hang around and chat, but I'm probably going to just wrap up the sourcing now, unless you guys really want me to carry on sourcing, but I'm just going to take a little break for now. Maybe we can go back to it in the future in a few minutes, but yeah, I'm going to just chat now and hang out with you guys, as long as you're happy with me to do that. So let me just get the old lighting. Actually, no, the lighting, let's keep it more intimate, the lighting. So, but yeah, if you guys got any questions about Amazon or just want to chat about stuff, let me know. My Amazon has been going a little bit slow this month. I think I'm like £100 a day average. Have a look. My Chrome has just crashed on me. Where are we? Let's have a look over here. Yeah, I think I'm like £100 per month. Oh God, it's not working. I'll look later. Yeah, so a little bit slow, but I've got a lot of stock on Amazon, so hopefully I'll start picking up soon. I've got £124,000 on Amazon right now. Run out of storage, but yeah, hopefully this will. So I'm just tidying up the cable here. It will start getting. I'll start getting some more sales coming through soon. Let me just move this over here because I don't always get all the chat on the screen. It's really annoying. Let's have that there. Cool. Yeah, I mean wholesale does have minimal values, yeah, because they don't wholesale runs on small margins, so yeah, they're not going to just nickel and dime small orders. It's not worth it for them. So let's have a look here. Empire, yeah, Qogita prices already include import. Yeah, exactly. One thing to definitely factor in as well. That is a big factor with Qogita, is that especially in the UK, all those prices include shipping, even if it's from Europe. They include all the import fees. So it's actually kind of crazy, and all the admin that goes in with dealing with import as well. So yeah, it's actually really quite good, actually. It's probably why it's doing so well. And Qogita, to be fair, they're really trying to improve the site as well. They're always trying to improve. They're obviously trying to become like massive in the space. Yeah, I've run out of storage, Thomas, yeah. My prep center today was trying to send in a massive batch of stuff, and they were getting an error message, and I checked, and my storage had run out. So yeah. Don't take Mr. RB's focus off improving UK software. Okay, fair enough. When Returnify sponsored stream? When you pay me, mate. When you pay me. Right now, this stream is sponsored by Rode. Okay, no, they didn't pay me, but yeah, I had to pay them. Yeah, if you want your sponsor name here, reach out to me and we can talk about it. That's not a bad idea, actually. But yeah, so oh yeah, Thomas, you can run out. And then what they do is they make you bid for new storage, and it's really quite expensive depending on what kind of storage you want. It can be like £1.50 per square foot, things like that. It's kind of crazy, really, and they can decline your bid as well. It's literally a bidding system. Whoever's going to pay the most gets the storage. So, what's your inventory performance index? It's actually pretty good. Let me see if I can get it up. Wait for Firefox to open. Hey Zara, I don't do retail arbitrage. No. I've done some in the past, but it's not my main focus. I don't have time to go out, but when I come back to the UK, because I've decided I'm not moving to Dubai just yet, I think I might go out and do some retail arbitrage and film it because it does really well for content. So I probably will go out and do some. By the way, guys, if you are into retail arbitrage, there are a bunch of articles coming out on FBAmogul.com. There's already 2 or 3 out already. And basically, we're basically writing articles for every single store. So I think we've done B&M so far. What have we done? So let me go to FBAmogul.com. Can't remember what articles I got on my website. So we've got home bargains and just the beginner's guide. But yeah, there's B&M coming out soon, basically giving you tips for every single store and how to do retail arbitrage in every single store. So that's going to be on the website, basically. Yeah. Yeah, inventory performance quickly. So we'll look at that. Probably going to have to log in again, two-factor authentication. Yeah, you can see here. Probably have to two-factor authenticate it. Face ID this. Yep, give me a second, guys. Hopefully no one's stealing my code. Right, log into Amazon. Inventory. I don't think it's too bad, actually. Last time I looked, dashboard. So my inventory performance is 505. And basically, I'm in the green for standard size. So my storage utilization is 16.2, which means I have no charge for the first 22 weeks of stock being in Amazon. And going to my capacity monitor, I have 482 cubic feet, as a limit on standard storage, and I've used 97.31% of it. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of like making me look too bright. So what if you're a big wholesaler with lots of inventory and the guy's doing it? It will increase over time. Like I was speaking to someone earlier and they were saying, "Oh, I've run out of storage at 100 cubic meters." Well, I mean, 100 cubic feet. Sorry. Well, I've got 400 and whatever it was. I can't remember now. 500 basically. So you basically, I guess, the more mature your account is, the more inventory you have in, the more you can churn through inventory, the more storage they're going to just give you. But I ran into this issue with sneakers. I had thousands of sneakers in Amazon, and they basically capped me, and then they want me to bid for storage. And sneaker storage is really expensive. It was like £4 per square foot, and I kept bidding less than that and getting declined. So yeah. So HB, I've stolen it. Sorry, what you mean? Sorry. Let me catch it. What's going on? Jacob, give you 10p. Okay, no. I'll ban you for that. Such a low offer. How many units do I have in Amazon? Units wise, I have. Give me a second. 9,755 units in Amazon. So I'm on £100 and 3 pence today. So not too, it's okay. It's not great. Thomas, and what do you mean I've stolen that? I don't know what you mean, mate. Account health is 400, I think, last time I checked on UK, and it's actually just taken a massive ding on all the EU ones. So yeah, look, if you've got if you want to scale and you're running into storage issues, then I guess storing in a warehouse could be an issue, especially if you prep yourself. But I, like to be remote. I like to run my business remotely. I like to use a prep center. It's way easier for me. I don't want to have to hire employees or a warehouse, blah, blah, blah. So I'll just work within the bounds of a prep center. And fortunately, with my prep center, I can always say, like, look, can you hold this back for a little while? So I use warehouse goblins, by the way. So if you want to get a prep center, and you're looking for a prep center, then look for warehouse goblins. So yeah, Thomas, actually you're doing way better considering how much, I don't know how much stock you got on Amazon, but considering how much stock I've got on Amazon, you're doing way better than me. But I just cannot capture the buy box in some of these listings, but I'm just waiting my turn. It's fine. So it's all good. I know I'll get it eventually, and then I'll literally rip through the stock. But yeah, I've got some really good listings, some really good items in Amazon right now. I'm just waiting my turn, essentially. I'm not prepared to drop the price too crazily. So, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's all good. I will wait, essentially. But yeah, £34 profit there, mate. It's really good. Just keep going. Tosif saying, have I taken a loan? I've never taken a loan. I use Amex and Capital on tap, though. So to sort of, it gives you like 30 days, doesn't it? Whatever it is, 40 days. Well, there you go. Yeah, Thomas there. That's really nice. That's a really good deal. No, I've never had the need to take loans. However, at Q4, yeah, my Amex credit card limit is 100,000. They say there's no limit, but I pushed it to the limit last at Christmas, and basically it was around 100,000 before they got really upset with me. And my capital on tap limit is 35k, I think, something around there. So yeah, I spent 100,000 this month already, so on stock. Yeah, capital on tap, I think it's 35. I could look, but I'm pretty sure it's 35. Let's have a look. Yeah, I don't know if that's a lot or not really. Capital on tap. Let's have a look here, shall we? He couldn't log me in. Why? Have I got a VPN or something? What is going on? Don't they know I'm trying to live stream here? Log me in. Come on. Okay, it's not logging me into the app. Ridiculous. Anyways, 35k, let's say. Okay, white balance is all off on the camera now. Yeah. What's your ROI at last 7 days? I'm only at 10% because Qogita Brickers. My ROI this month is not as high as I want, actually. It's 21%. So I'm going to need to get that up a little bit. I need to get that up a little bit, to be honest. So, yeah, it's a bit... Yeah. That's the only downside to Qogita, I suppose. The ROIs are a little bit lower. But that's going to start climbing, though, when my other things get in. So, yeah, it's... it's one of the downsides. I suppose the ROIs have dropped a little bit on Qogita right now. So just going to make smarter decisions, I think, buying purchases. But yeah. Tosif, do I have VAs? That's an interesting question. I've got one VA that I share with one other person now. So used to be 4 people, then it was 3, now it's 2. Just me and one other guy. So yeah. But yes, I've got a source that's a sourcing VA, and then I've got an admin VA who does my admin for me. So Nilby Mouth says, sorry to say warehouse goblins aren't good, had stock there for weeks before turnaround. So I'm sorry to hear that you had that kind of issue. When did you have that issue? I know Chris at Warehouse Goblins definitely had some problems maybe 6 months ago because he basically outgrew his previous premises and was just struggling. He was so popular because of me, has that little shoulder. I basically pushed a lot of people to him, and he definitely outgrew his previous facility, but now he's got a massive warehouse with like a forklift and all sorts of storage and stuff like that. So, I don't know when you had that experience, but and he acknowledges he maybe got a little bit overwhelmed. But yeah, definitely back on track now though. But yeah, sorry to hear that you had the experience though. But yeah, all my stuff gets sent in pretty quickly. So, Thomas sourcing most Qogita. Yeah, you have VAs. What is that? Need work 40% 8. No time for less. Kids happy making 10p. Sure. Yeah, fair enough. If you want higher ROIs, that's fine. Look, ROI is really nice, but I'm at the end of the day, I'm after profit. That's what I care about, really, is what profit I can make. So yeah, if you're at £10, if you can do like good volume at 40%, that's really good. But yeah, Thomas is saying, does he have employees? Yes, he does. Yeah, it's a family business, but he also has employees. Yeah, he struggled to find employees he could trust and could work, but he's now got built up employees. Yeah. Is admin VA worthwhile? What are they actually doing for you? I was talking to my friends there. Yeah, they're literally one of the best things you can ever get. Firstly, I mean, you don't have to pay them as much as like a sourcing VA. Secondly, I don't utilize mine to the fullest, but what she does for me, I'm more than happy to pay for. Firstly, she does all my bookkeeping for my accounting, which is one big thing. So she keeps that all up to date on Xero. Secondly, she chases all the invoices for me, so I don't have to do those. So she logs into Amazon, she chases all the invoices from the suppliers. She does all that stuff basically, and obviously in Xero as well. What else is she doing? Just those 2 things alone is like already worth it. I just give her like ad hoc tasks here and there. My friend has his VA chase returns and reimbursements for them. I don't have mine do that. But you can have them do anything essentially, as long as you kind of can articulate and write down how they can do it, or whatever task you can get them to do that, basically. So, but my VA also does tasks for my other businesses as well. So, yeah, but she's got a pretty easy job, I think. So, yeah, as long as she stays on top of the accounting, stays on top of the invoice chasing, then I'm happy, basically. So Empire is saying Skewerfit Prep Center is really good in terms of turnaround, but they get stock. They get stock in 30 minutes, but their fees are really high. Yeah, true. Yeah, I've used Skewerfit, by the way, in the past. They're really good as well. To be fair, absolutely, 100%. Can recommend both Warehouse Goblins and Skewerfit. I personally use Warehouse Goblins. But yeah, if you're around Lincoln area, then maybe try Skewerfit if you want something that's local. I've been down there. Really nice group of people that run that prep center. Do prep centers have to access? Yes, they have to have access, yes. So Warehouse Goblins uses, and actually Skewerfit, they both use the exact same software, and that basically hooks them into Seller Central. But yes, they need access. Do you have to train VAs to source? Yes, you do. So even if you buy them from a really good place like Outsource Central or wherever, they will be trained, but you still need to give them your preferences, still keep improving them, and stay on top of them as well. Yeah. Ideally, you know how to source yourself. You already have a good method in place, some good sites that you source. Let's say you do John Lewis and you do a few other sites, and you specifically know how to source those sites or some sort of category. Just basically teach them how to do that, and that task is now taken out of your brain, out of your time for the day, and that's their job, is to do that task that you did previously, and then you can focus on doing other things. I think that's the best way to use VAs personally, rather than just letting them loose and wild. Personally, that's what I think anyway. I've got a Qogita order with a label of a prep center inside, advertising it. That's interesting. Okay, what prep center was that then? But yeah. So it's just the balance, isn't it? Fashion, yeah. So the problem is if you get, I don't know what kind of scale you're at really, but one thing I run into is like I've got more money to spend than I have 40% ROI leads. So I'm not going to pass up on 30% ROI leads. Now, if it gets to the point where I'm spending all my money and I've got 40% leads, then sure, that's fine. But yeah, when you get to kind of like the larger amounts of stock, you kind of have to do more volume of the items and take less profit in general. Not always. There's definitely people bucking the trend on this one. You guys know what I'm talking about. That rascal. No. But yeah, in general, yeah, it's not a hard and fast rule. But yeah, it depends. Again, it all depends how much effort you put into sourcing, really. So if you're doing 8 hours a day of sourcing, I'm sure you can probably find 40% leads all day. But yeah, if you're doing it not as long, an hour or two, then you're probably going to struggle. But yeah, I don't know. This is an interesting one. Whenever I try these sites, I generally don't find much. So there's some killer sites out there. Again, I was talking to my friends today about this. One of them was saying, you need to do these obscure sites. I was like, mate, no, you do not need these obscure sites. That's a massive myth, I think. And yeah, I was just rattling off some of the massive sites that are really good to source, like the top sites. Yeah, give me a thumbs up in the video if you want me to mention them. A thumbs up and a £100 donation, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, so Empire says, Qogita keeps getting pushing their website to Amazon sellers. Do you think it will carry on sourcing there? Do you think you'll carry on sourcing there? It's much harder than it used to be. Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's harder. But then, so there was like a 2-week period where I thought it was really slow. Then I started working on something else, and then someone like Thomas was like, have you seen this amazing lead? And I was like, what? I've totally missed this. So there's still gems there. It's just getting a little bit harder to dig, essentially, and find the gems, but there's still some really good leads there. So, yeah, it was enough as I was speaking to. Yeah. £5 per person. There you go. Go. Hey, Iqbal, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I've done the sourcing now, mate. Yeah, I'm kind of like, we're just chilling now, relaxing, chatting. So, yeah, sorry. But this, obviously, all these videos, they're on the YouTube, so you can watch them afterwards. If you're driving, cooking, prepping, whatever, you can always listen to them. If you like listening to my voice, and me making funny noises, then yeah, you can always watch this back. And I'm definitely going to be doing more of these streams as well. And I need to do some other more interesting streams as well, to be fair, not just Qogita. I love the Qogita though, to be fair. So it's difficult. Like 808 is an interesting one, but Thomas has sent me the prep center thing. That's so interesting. That was in the Qogita thing, right? It's so weird. Yeah, that's so strange. Gonna have to get used to Mogul ASMR. Yeah, well, if you guys like it, it's cool. So I literally listen to YouTube videos to fall asleep to, so and stuff like that. And when I'm walking, and honestly, YouTube is my primary source, not sourcing, my primary source of entertainment these days. I listen to so many watch videos, listen to videos, things like that. So check the Qogita. They're also on Amazon, so that's so strange, right? Have you always had enough sales to cover credit card statements? Yes, I was very close in Q4. I think literally the day the statement was due, the final payment came in to pay it off. That was like the only time it was really close. But yeah, generally I'm pretty careful with it. I don't overspend. God, excuse me. I'm burping here. Sorry. Don't want to burp into the mic. But yeah, so Fashion saying, yeah, please do more, mate. I want to see how you use RB Source, etc. So different sourcing methods. So yeah, I like RB Source in conjunction with like manual sourcing. So if I'm like on a good site, so yeah, I chuck it on that. If there's a sale going on a certain site, I'll chuck that on and then I'll source it myself. Like, where did I find the other day? Like, this, like, I don't know, what did I source the other day? I've already mentioned that the WX Smith sale was really good. John Lewis, good site. Sports Direct, other good sites. There's loads of sites out there, to be honest. There's so many sites you can source that are really good. And yeah, you can use RB Source them as well. But the only thing is I suppose I could do it in the evening, I suppose. But yeah, I tend to like, if you do the sourcing for like newsletters and stuff, it tends to be in the mornings. So, but yeah, I'll definitely, I'll figure out how we can do this a bit better, basically, do some more sourcing online. But yeah, essentially the same process, essentially. And it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game. It's literally every 100 products you look through, 1, 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky is going to be profitable. So it's a numbers game you've got to go through. But the more you do it, the better you get. I put this really nice story out in my group about fishing as like an equivalent to sourcing. Didn't seem to go down that very well. But I kind of had this vision of doing this video of like with animations and stuff, like explaining how to source. But yeah, essentially the whole premise was essentially like when it's like, sourcing is like fishing. When you start fishing, you haven't got a clue. You go out into the sea. You're just randomly dipping your rod in. Maybe sometimes you get lucky, but you haven't got a clue. And then I get loads of messages from people saying, you can't source. There's no deals online. There's nothing available. And that's the equivalent of like you just saying, oh, fishing doesn't work. And then there's a whole thing about that, basically. So, but yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd make a good video. I think live sourcing examples in the video would help. Yeah, true. Yeah, I could do, to be fair. So, yeah. I think the best way to do that really is just record it rather than me do it live. Just record me actually sourcing in the mornings and then go from there, basically. It's probably the best way, but I kind of like doing lives as well. It's an interesting one. I could potentially do it. So, but yeah. Yeah, so Thomas is waiting for his £100 profit days. Well, just keep trying, mate. You'll keep trying. Keep pushing. So, yeah, anyone got any questions about Amazon then? I guess you're all... people seem to be struggling still with ungating. Yeah, I wrote that. I don't know if you guys saw on my Discord group. I wrote this whole article, what I call a supporting document of essentially like listing out their... Basically, for the VA on ungating, it was like listing out what Amazon are asking for, step by step. And then basically I was saying, look, okay, like the first one is like you need... needs to be from a supplier or distributor or whatever. I was like, okay, here's a supplier in the UK, here's their address, blah, 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 here's the 10 units, here's this, here's that. We're at this whole page of this supporting document, right, with the invoice. I was like, they can't decline this, right? There's no reason here to decline this. It took them 2 days to get back to me, or a day or whatever. And they came back and said, we don't accept retail receipts. It's just like, you can't make it up. I must have mentioned the word invoice in this document so many times, and obviously it's an invoice. And they're like, yeah, we don't accept retail receipts. I'm like, you didn't even look, did you? You didn't even look. You didn't even look. It's just so funny. Amazon right now, ungating, it's just pathetic. Oh my god. It is literally a numbers. You just literally got to keep applying, and just until you get one person who's decent. It's just crazy. It's nothing to do with like, yeah. They don't even read it. So catch up with the chat anyway. My max I've done is 52. Hey, it's pretty good though, to be fair. Obviously, 100% works. I think people just need to guides on how to run the scans. He said I've taught a few people how to use the software. Yeah, custom scans can be good as well. Yeah, so there's a lot on Arbisource, to be fair. So yeah, I'm not gonna go. I can't really go through it now. But there's the custom scans. You got the store scans. You got the vault. You got the price drops. You got A to A's. You can also do reverse sourcing as well. You can basically give it a when I say reverse sourcing, you can give it an ASIN or a product, and it'll literally search places for it. So rather than going to like, let's say John Lewis and searching on their products, you can go, oh, here's a PS5, give it the ASIN, it'll tell you all the stores that sell that PS5, for example. So it kind of like reverse sources that on retail stores. It will do reverse sourcing of sellers, I think, as well, although I hate reverse sourcing. I think it's awful. But yeah, it can be useful at times, maybe, but yeah, not really. Which is what, yeah, I hate when VAs do that. Yeah, Thomas, just keep going, mate. Just keep going. But Arbisource is really powerful, to be fair. It is powerful. Regularly getting £20, £40. You just keep growing. You've got to just do 10x what you're doing now, and that'll be 200, 400 per day. Sorry, it's just it's literally just numbers game. Just more of it. Just more. Yeah. So yeah. It's just that's how you do it basically. Just more, simple as that. More leads or buy more leads you got. So which scans, custom scans called don't always work. He's fixing it. Yeah, I think there's a big update coming on custom scans. A big update. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I don't know. It's taking a while to be fair, so it's probably taking a while to get working. But I know Callum's working on that. So Arbisource is working on that. There you go, Thomas. Keep going, mate. You're doing a great job. Yeah, one of the success stories, to be fair, I can see. You're going to make a lot of money. And, yeah, just keep going, honestly. So Empire's saying, I like monitoring storefronts. Don't usually buy what the storefronts are saying, but it gives me ideas. That's exactly the right way to do storefront stalking. It gives you ideas. You don't just literally just chase exactly after what people are doing, but you might see someone start selling some certain things, and then you're like, oh, I didn't think of that. So just to give an example, I went to this car meet a few days ago. Met with some guys a few days ago in Dubai, and met a random guy there. Him and his cousin and family, they sell on Amazon, doing FBA, and they sell picture frames. So, and he must have been doing all right for himself because he had an AP on his wrist. So that's an expensive watch. So yeah, picture frames. So it just really reinforced into me that we literally, Amazon sellers, we all sell the exact same stuff in our little communities. We all sell just the exact, and there's so many other things you can sell, like door handles, like boom arms things, camera mounts, I don't know, tripods. And this is like thinking outside, but right up against the box. But yeah, like light fitting fixtures, sell sofas if you can. I don't know. There's so many things you can sell on Amazon. Think of all the things you've bought on Amazon, and that and then they had to be from someone. Sometimes it's Amazon, sometimes it's a third-party seller. So there's all these different things you can buy. Anyway, let's have a look. So Charlie's saying, do you recommend a repricer? Yes, I do, especially when you've got more than sort of 5 SKUs. To be honest, I actually think a repricer is pretty much essential. I use Profitect Pro, but there's others you can use. Enuffles, for example, likes Be Cool. I like PPP. There's Seller Toolkit, I've got one, but I don't like that one at all. PPP, I've actually just brought out some new AI stuff as well. But yeah, you can. For me, I try PPP. See how you get on. There's a link in my server for that if you want to test it out. But yeah, other ones people use as well. Be Cool is probably quite popular one as well. Yeah. So I've not used Be Cool myself, to be fair. I hear it's okay. So essentially, they all kind of do the same thing to a certain extent. But yeah, just don't use the Amazon one. So Zara is asking, is it must? So do you have to be VAT registered in the UK from the very beginning to sell on Amazon? No. If you're are you a UK citizen? Are you in the UK, Zara? If you are, then you don't have to be VAT registered. No. So you get your first 90,000 in sales VAT free, and that's 90,000 over a 12-month rolling period, not the financial year. Someone ran into that issue in my group actually. So yeah, it's a 12-month rolling period. So you can't reset it in April, basically, when the financial year changes. It's a 12-month thing. But yeah, essentially you get 90,000 in sales, well, not for free, but VAT-free. And then £1 over the 90,000, and everything above that is VAT registered. So that's when you have to register for VAT. Technically meant to register beforehand as you're approaching it, but yeah. Empire, yeah, doing normal storefront sourcing will teach you zero skills, won't help you long term though. And you're just chasing other people's coattails as well on that one. I don't like it. Occasionally you might find one where one person's just jumped on it and you get in before everyone else, but yeah. I hope you were not talking, Michael. No, I wasn't. I was go-karting. I was losing at go-karting. Definitely I've got a weight disadvantage in go-karting. Hey MTT, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing a late one. I just enjoy chatting to you guys, to be fair. Bit of sourcing. It was somewhat successful. There's a couple of small leads here and there. I think the Roche-Posay one was probably the best one. But yeah, and I just enjoy hanging out and chatting to you guys. So yeah, I'm going to be doing more of these. So yeah, definitely. When I get back to the UK, even when I'm here. As long as my sleep... Yesterday, basically, I slept all night, woke up, was feeling really crap. I don't know how long I was awake for during the day, and then basically got on the sofa and literally put on something to watch and fell asleep for like another 8 hours, just feeling really weird. And the day before, I was feeling a bit iffy as well. I was feeling really queasy in the back of the taxis, which never happens to me. So I don't know. I feel like I have a bit of a cold or something. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. So my sleeping pattern's a little bit out of whack. So I'm up later and doing these live streams, which is in fact I really enjoy doing. So. So yeah, definitely don't want to VAT register, and yeah, until you have to. Basically, it just saves you a lot of headache and also makes you more money. The only possible reason to register for VAT would be if you're like insistent on doing wholesale from day one, and you've got like a really killer wholesale lead, like for a fact, you've got a really amazing. This basically is unlikely, but you know there's a really good wholesaler, and they require you to be registered. That's about the only time I would recommend you doing that. So, but yeah. Okay, so if you live in Sweden, you sell in the UK, I believe you have to register for VAT from day one, yeah. So if you're a foreign citizen running a UK company from outside the UK, I believe you have to register for VAT from day one, yes. But check with an accountant on that one. But yeah. So what I mean ACA is that, so normally when it comes to businesses and things like that, everything runs, and self-assessment or whatever, it runs from April 5th to April 5th, essentially. So April to April. And then everything that happens in that time period is the financial year. VAT does not work like that. VAT is 90,000, and it's worked out on a 12-month rolling average. So it doesn't reset in April. It basically has no resetting. It's just a 12-month rolling average. So, yeah. So that's what I mean by that, if that makes sense to you. That's how VAT works. So you can't get to like 89,999 and then on April 5th, and then April 6th come around and go, right, I'm resetting it now. It doesn't work like that with VAT. It doesn't reset on April and the next financial year. It's just a 12-month rolling average, which is 90,000 divided by 12, whatever that is. Can't do the math in my head, but yeah. So if you don't go over 90k, you don't have to register. No, as long as in a 12-month period you're not going over 90,000, then yes, you don't. Then no, you have to register basically. But it also really cripple you though. But if you obviously when you're starting out, it doesn't seem like a lot, but actually it seems like a lot. Sorry, but it really isn't. As you grow, you'll eventually smash it. I think I did way more than what did I do in like last Christmas. Just to give you an idea of how little it is, really. And don't forget, this is revenue, by the way, and not profit. Revenue. Why is that so weird? It's taking me like to the... Try to edit my seller toolkit. Let's get use the toolbar. Right, so yeah, last Christmas in December alone, I did first. I did 232,000. 232,000 in revenue essentially. So that's like what 3 times the year in like 1 month. So, but yeah, don't forget it's revenue, turnover, same thing essentially. So yeah. But yeah, it's pretty basic stuff, really, to be fair. But obviously, when you're new, it seems a bit daunting. But it's really basic stuff. So yeah, fun times, eh? Going VAT reg is a pain. So weird, not all this stuff showing up on the chat. But yeah, anyway, looks like the viewership's dropping off a little bit. I might end it there. If anyone's got any final questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just go and chill out for a bit and then go to bed. Maybe have some food, actually. Got lasagna I need to cook. But yeah, you got any final questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be on probably Monday next. So can we get a sneak peek of the OF content? Absolutely not. This is going to be monetized. It's going to be child friendly. So no, unfortunately not. So I've told you, if you want to see it, you got to pay the full price. Yeah. That's probably the. You know when you start. I'm not going to go into this actually. Yeah, so absolutely fashion. Yeah, absolutely. Do I sell on eBay? I have a little bit in the past, but no, I don't now. I just find the sales volumes are really slow on there. You can definitely make good money on eBay. To be fair, I know guys in the community do sell on eBay. I've done it in the past, but yeah, it's not really my thing. Really, I just don't have the time to do eBay. Yeah, I focus on Amazon where I can get the fast sales. And the reason I love FBA is because I have to see or touch the goods, especially in like Dubai now. Like, it's just all done remotely for you. Now I know prep centers will do eBay and stuff like that, but just not really my thing. But I'm definitely leaving money on the table though. Don't get me wrong. There's some really good opportunities on eBay. It's just not really my kind of thing. Really, I like the Amazon. Has anyone else bought the Chrome link? Yes, I've had 2 people buy it. Has anyone bought it actually during this? Actually, let's have a look. So it's officially going to be launched on Monday. I'm going to sell 100 lifetimes, of which there's 98 left, unless someone's bought it recently. And there's going to be no more lifetimes after that. It'll just be yearly, basically. So if you want to get lifetime, obviously you've got time. It's not like going to sell it today or anytime soon. But yeah, I'm only going to sell 100. And that's basically to bootstrap it, start off, let me hire a developer. Just going to keep improving it. But yeah, Monday's hopefully going to be the official launch for that one, basically. So I just need to get the data uploaded onto the database on the back end. The actual Chrome extension itself works. It's just literally, every time you go to like a website and you click on the thing, it makes a request to the server, says, hey, you got any data on this website, and pulls it back. I just haven't got all the data on that database yet. Simple as that, really. So it's just me tidying up that data, making sure it's up to date, and putting it onto the database. That's all that needs to be done now. And apparently there's an issue with the retailers on Qogita, so I need to check that as well. But yeah. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it's ready to go. So if you guys want interested in buying it, you can go oahero.com and give it a go. Like I said, there's 98 licenses left for lifetime, and then it's probably going to be yearly only, probably. But yeah, there's ongoing costs, so I need to be careful about, especially as I add more of those EAN search sites. So I want to add Scambot, but they don't have like an API I can use. It's really annoying. It's designed for like actually scanning with a camera. That's all I have, so I can't use that website. But there's another one called EAN barcode something or other. I can't remember what it's called. But it's a really expensive monthly cost, that one. So I need to be very careful not to sell too many lifetimes because I have all these ongoing monthly costs. Server costs about £100 a month to run. The EAN subscriptions cost money, probably going to be about £150 a month. And then obviously development costs as well. So I need to be very careful not to sell too many lifetimes, but it also help get started as well, and then it'll be yearly. But yeah, so no time for sleep, keep working over here. Yeah, my VA is working on it right now, getting all some really basic information out there. So we've got a list of sites that I haven't gone through, and she's going through. She's emailing every single one of them, asking about VAT invoices. So there's a few that I haven't done, so she's doing that. I've got to fill out some more information about order quantities and things like that. But yeah, that's being worked on as we speak. Well, she's probably asleep now, actually. But yeah, so don't worry. It'll be good for Monday. So, but yeah. MTT, too late to eat before bedtime. That's how you put on weight. How do you ban someone from Discord? No, it's all good, mate. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably not good for me, but I've not really eaten dinner yet, so probably should have eaten it beforehand. It's probably not ideal, to be fair, but yeah, I'm all over the place actually because like my sleeping pattern's all messed up. Hate it when that happens. I definitely get more appetite when my sleeping pattern's like all over the place because you don't have like a set. It doesn't feel like you've got a set like breakfast, lunch, dinner. You kind of just it just seems to be weird all over the place. But yeah, you're not wrong. What's stopping you wanting to do private label, although it's other issues? It's literally nothing to do with that. It's literally down to time, Empire. Private label is a fantastic business model. It does have its ups and downs. Definitely, but everything does. Like, there's no business that's all like smooth sailing. So don't let me put you off in that regard. It's definitely, I think, a good way to go. To be fair, once you've done Amazon for a year or so and you know how Amazon works, if you want to transition to private label, that's absolutely fine. I can't help you too much with it, but I can definitely put you in touch with people who can. But for me, I just don't have time. I've literally got too many projects as it is. I'm trying to do the YouTube. That's one big thing. You've noticed I've not done as many videos, so I really need to work on that again and getting back to one video a week. I'm trying to do the software. I'm running the Discord community, and I'm trying to actually do Amazon as well. So for me, I do not have time to do private label as well. Just unfortunately, just not in my. It's impossible for me, basically. So yeah, but definitely, if you feel the inclination to go down that route, absolutely. So it's a slower burner. It definitely takes longer to build, but the payout at the end can be really good if you sell the business. So that's one thing I would say with private label is like, don't look at it and making like £1 now or £2 now per product. Essentially, think of that in the future. When you sell it, you can make more money, if that makes sense. So by building the brand up, the money is, like a lot of businesses, the money is made in the exit, not the running of the business. You build the business up, sell it for whatever it sells. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, no problem, Fashion. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it, and yeah, appreciate you coming on. So Keith's saying how much, pal? So it's only for UK, by the way, Keith. So only does UK sites. It's $99 for the year, or it's $200 or $199 for lifetime. So it's oahero.com. It's UK only at the moment. We could do USA there. I've got no experience in USA, but we could do USA. A lot of it's from my experience, the information, but obviously I'm hoping people will contribute to it as well, and then people can obviously then, it'll be user contributed as well. So it's a cheap tool, but it's very effective, to be fair. So what are you going to launch it? Just your Discord? Yeah, I'll probably YouTube and Discord, to be fair, and then maybe at some point I might do affiliates and stuff like that. So with it, but yeah, in fact I will do affiliates. So once I've got it set up and going, and again, it's MVP right now, so I just wanted to get it out there. I want to get it working, get the data out there, as accurate. And then I can add more features to it. I don't want to build a massive thing, release it, and then it flops. So one thing you learn in software, you want to get it out there as early as possible, get the feedback, which I've already had some really great feedback, by the way, and then adapt it based on the user feedback, not my vision of it, like a big thing. The last thing you want to do is build a big broad project, release it, and then no one uses it. So yeah, I want to get it out there and then get the feedback and then improve it, basically. But yeah, and then I will implement the affiliates thing. So it'll be like, if you invite a friend, you get like 10%. I don't know. I've not thought about it too much, but yeah, obviously that's a good way to grow. And yeah, and then I've got another software project after this, which is going to be really good as well. So, but yeah. So Empire's saying, I think I'll keep up with Qogita sourcing as a build up private label and slowly scale. You can do both. Why don't you do Qogita with private label? Something to think about. I know people that do that. So yeah, you can think about that. So, because don't forget, private label is just selling under your own brand, but you don't have to source it from abroad. A lot of private label people do source from Alibaba, but yeah, weirdly actually, Alibaba reached out to me and said, "Hey, we're looking to sponsor you for a a video, and I said, sure, it's 5,000 for the video. Like, and they said, I mean, they came back, they didn't say yes or anything. They said, oh, can you contact us on WhatsApp? So I was like, oh, maybe there'll be an AliExpress or an AliExpress or Alibaba video coming out. I don't know. They're going to pay me $5,000 for a video. Maybe I will get into private label. But yeah, so I just threw a number out there. But yeah, having hung around some YouTube people, I've seen some crazy sponsorship offers been thrown out there, like, and a lot have been turned down as well, which is crazy. It's just mental. So yeah, absolutely crazy. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that one. Officially launched on. Hope it's going to be Monday. And then the OA Hero thing. And that's just going to be my first bit of software. Having done Amazon for quite a while, I know I've got a bunch of pain points when it comes to software, and there's a bunch of things that I want to make software for. I think I've got like 4 ideas that I want to make. OA Hero is just the first one, the easiest one. Very effective as well, to be fair. And then the next one is going to be really good as well, but more complex to build. Every piece of software I'm building pretty much hasn't been done for the most part. So it would be kind of good. Yeah, Empire I've got a lot on my plate. Yeah, any podcasts? Yeah, I do need to get back and doing podcasts. To be fair, I feel terrible. I've got 2 podcasts that I need to actually release. So I need to just get those out. I think they've been edited. I need to check that. So, but yeah, I've got 2 that I've never actually released. But yeah, I'm always up for doing podcasts. If people want to come onto podcasts, if any of you guys want to come on the podcast and talk, let's do it. I'd be love to get you guys on. We can talk about your journey into Amazon, what you've learned, things like that. Would be fantastic. I'm happy to always do podcasts with people. I need to get Nikos back on again as well. But I think he's so busy. To be fair, he's got his mentorship going. He's got his private label going. He's got a young family, and it's just people get really busy, don't they? Really, so it's hard to find time. I love the podcast. To be fair, it's always good to talk to people and network with people and stuff like that, and just get their experience and their insights into their business, their Amazon business, and other businesses as well. So, Empire. Too many things, too many plates spinning. And I don't know what to give up, to be fair. I really should give up something, but I just don't know what really. So I'm definitely focusing down more the software. No, my new software after OA Hero is going to be completely different. It can't be a part of it really. I could just say what it is. Do you want me to say what it is? And I mean, it kind of has been done, but it's been implemented poorly. So I could say what it is, and if people steal it and they want to release their own one, I guess they can do it. But I could say what it is, I suppose, if you want. And you can guys give me some feedback on what you think it is. So it's basically going to be a website. I keep whacking my nose on the thing. It is basically going to be a website where you can buy and sell deals. Essentially, that's what it is. So if you are someone who, like Thomas, has just run out of money this month, but he's still sourcing, still got deals on there, well, you'll be able to sell those deals and get some money for them. And then alternatively, there's people out there who've got money but no deals, they can buy them. So that's essentially what it's going to be. It's going to be a marketplace to sell deals. And obviously in that, there'll be a lot of analysis and stuff done to make sure they're good deals before they go on the marketplace. And then you'll have the ability to sell the deal and make some money from them. That's essentially, and then obviously if you're short of leads, you can buy leads, basically. So, and then at first, it'll probably be fairly basic. It'll be, just let's say £5 a lead, and then each lead will be sold 5 times. But eventually, there'll be an algorithm written, which will judge a lead based on where it's sourced from, how much stock is involved, what's the SPM, what's the ROI, what's the profit you can make, and it will then basically build a price for that lead. So then you can, it'll be more expensive essentially for a really good lead. So if it's from a really crap site like Boots, where you can only get like 5 units, then it'll be a couple of quid lead. Or if it's from a site that's really good that lets you order thousands of items and they've got loads of stock and it's really profitable, that lead might cost 50 quid. And then someone can sell that 5 times, And again, the amount of times it can be sold will depend on the SPM and the number of sellers already on the listing as well. So it won't become saturated. And once that deal has gone on there, it'll be locked off for 30 days or whatever, can't be sold again. So that's essentially what I want to build. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. It's kind of already been done with some places, but it's been really badly. They just get their VAs to source crappy deals. So this is going to be. I won't be finding any deals on there. It'll be literally person to person. So I suppose I could do if people wanted, but yeah, generally it'll be person to person, doing leads essentially, and buying and selling leads. But yeah, that's what I think I'm going to be doing. So let me know what you think about that anyway. So probably someone else is going to go and code that now. No, it's quite complicated, to be fair, to a certain extent. That's the next one anyway. But right now, OA Hero is the main one, really, that I want to get sorted. I say it's simple, and then I want to take that lifetime money, hire a developer, give them the roadmap, and say, off you go. And then I can get started on the next one, basically. And that way we've always got development going on OA Hero from that kind of like initial capital from the lifetimes. But yeah, that's what I'll do, basically, and then build that up. And then, obviously, again, the best way to build software is to get the ideas from the users, build what people want. So essentially, it'll just go down the route of what people want, what you guys want really. So as you give feedback, that'll be fed in, and we can then build out the software as and when we need it. But yeah, that was the idea behind that one anyway. So I don't know what you guys think of that one, whether you think it's good, bad, or whatever. But I personally think it's a good idea because it seems to solve two problems. People either have too much money and not enough deals, or they've got no money and more deals. So yeah. Yeah, Jacob, I can make any software, to be fair. It's just whether I've got the time for it. Just pay someone to do it, Jacob. So you wouldn't like my hourly rate. But yeah, so... And then what's another software I want to do? I'm kind of giving all my ideas away here, but ideas are cheap. Implementation's the hard part. I'm trying to think what other ones I've got I want to do. Those are kind of the two main ones right now. I definitely heard... God, I'm tired. Definitely have a few others. What is another one I want to do? I can't remember now. I've got a list. I can't think now. £2 an hour. Try adding 2 zeros onto that, and I still probably say no. no, I do 200 an hour, yeah. Can you make something for no money, no deal? Yes, I've done my YouTube channel. I've done my Discord community, all that. So don't even ask me about my course. I heard similar things for drop shipping and selling product ideas. Yeah, it probably does exist on that, to be fair. SSA, welcome. What's your thoughts on Amazon reprice it on Seller Central? Any good or basic? Yeah, don't use it. It'll send you to the poorhouse. Yeah, don't use it. Use something like Profit Protector Pro or Be Cool. It's pretty good as well. So, yeah. I hear anyway. I've not used Be Cool myself. But yeah, I use PvP, Profit Protector Pro. Yeah, I was going to wrap it up, but we've got talked about software, which is kind of my old passion, I suppose, the old thing I used to do. So, yeah, what I do have another idea. I want to be able to see trending, what's happening on products. That's another thing I want to do. I don't know how that would be a software, though, but yeah. Actually, I do have another software, but this is one I could definitely not mention, actually, because it would be ridiculous, actually. Yeah, I just remember what one it is. And I definitely can't announce that one because it would like break Amazon. But yeah, so we'll see. It's probably going to be a private one. But yeah, the deal trading platform, that's definitely one I want to do. I can imagine people literally don't even have to do Amazon at that point. Some people can literally just source and make money, like just by just finding leads, and then Amazon sellers can buy them. Yeah. You could also, your one could also be adapted to finding private label products as well. In theory, yeah, I have to probably liaise with a private label person to figure out a good way to analyze whether those things are good or not. But yes, in theory, that could potentially be an interesting one. Actually, it's not a bad idea actually, but that's now getting out of the realm of my knowledge. That's the only thing there. Yeah, so I can write an algorithm to figure out if something's really good as an OA lead. I can't write an algorithm for a private label lead because I just don't have enough information to know if it's good or not. But I could definitely liaise with someone. Potentially that could be kind of interesting, actually. It's an interesting idea. But yeah. Oh, thank you. SSA, use Qogita code and made some good money. Awesome, that's amazing, mate. Jacob, can you DM me it? What am I DMing you? Oh, the really secret thing. Sure, we can talk about that another time. It was Josh that gave me the idea, actually. So, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. It's weird when I saw this one thing. I was like, oh, okay. And then my mind started racing with all these ideas from seeing this one thing. So it is kind of like a bot, yes. That's all I say. Bit secret. Yeah. No, that's way in the future anyway. Main focus now, OA Hero, and then once that's all up and running and really nicely going, got a developer working on it, I can then move on to working on the next one. Policy warning on Amazon. Any concern or slap on the wrist? It depends what kind of policy warning it was. I don't know which one it is. So let me know. So Empire says, what tech stack do you use for your software? So for OA Hero, for example, on the back end, it is a Ruby on Rails app. That is essentially what I wrote all my software in when I was a developer. So it's a Ruby on Rails app on the back end. And then on the front end, that is a Chrome extension, which is written in JavaScript. Parallel import, you need to fight that. Yeah, it's not a slap on the wrist. You can acknowledge it, and I think your stock will go to stranded. I think you take a hit on account health. But yeah, you need to, if you can fight that one, yes. That sucks. What brand did you get hit with a parallel import on? Yeah, so that's the tech step. Essentially, all my stuff's written in Ruby on Rails. Ruby's the language. Ruby on Rails is the framework that you build. Is a web framework. If you guys know Airbnb, that's written in Ruby on Rails. If you guys know GitHub, that's Ruby on Rails. If you guys know, what's another site that's written on? There's a few I can't remember now. Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, it's good. It's good technology. It's not as popular as Python, but yeah, it's good. ESPA, yeah, I think it's a renowned one, that one. So basically, mate, submit your Qogita invoice only for that. Do not submit the supplier invoice because the Qogita invoice only has a UK address. Submit that and fight the parallel import with the Qogita invoice. You'll be fine. What does parallel import thing mean? It basically means you've imported your stock from a foreign country. So maybe your stock has come from Italy or Spain or France, and you're importing it into UK without the correct permissions, and you just basically just give them the invoice. So with Qogita, it's really good. Just give them the main Qogita invoice because it's got a UK London address, which is Qogita on there, and basically it looks like it's come from UK. So yeah. Look good on the analytics. I'm 90% sure ESPA is private label, PL, IP, parallel import, PI. It's a good, excuse me. Yeah, it's a good reason to use my extension, to be fair, because it will tell you about those brands. So, but yeah, Qogita invoice only. You'll be good to go on that one. So you should. I think I pretty much want every single parallel import claim with Qogita invoice. You'll be fine. But yeah, anyway, so that's, I guess we can wrap it up. I don't know. Unless you guys got any more to talk about, I don't know. I'm happy to hang out. But yeah, for another like 10 minutes or so. So Empire says, do you use plain JS for front end, no React or TypeScript? TS TypeScript. So I hate JavaScript with a passion. It was a real pain to write this Chrome extension because I detest JavaScript. I have written React in the past, but I'm definitely more of a back-end developer. That's definitely where I'm better at. But I can write some real basic JavaScript that's probably really bad. I use ChatGPT a lot actually to tidy up my Chrome extension. So, but yeah, it's a pretty basic, to be fair, the Chrome extension. So it was okay. Most of the heavy lifting's done on the back end. But yeah, hey, Carbo, it's no problem. It's all right. So would you recommend Returnify? You know the answer to that, mate. You know the answer to that. MTTs, what happened to Qogita price drop? Still going, mate. Still going strong. Yeah, still going strong. Are you not in there or what's, still going? Yeah, I still use it to find my deals. So, but yeah, still going. But yeah, so, and yeah, it's just plain JS Empire. So yeah, I'm not using React, not using anything in this. I'm literally keep it simple, stupid, Simon. That's what I used to always say. Yeah, there's a thing you say in software engineering called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And I used to say KISS, 3 S's. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid, Simon. Yeah, I'm always about keeping it basic, make it work, rather than overcomplicating things. So yes, my brother's still running Qogita price drops. Yes, it's still running. The link's in the description if you want to join it. Yep, it's still going. It literally just spat out a price change. Well, an hour ago, 50 minutes ago, for 33,683 price drops. So it's still going. I don't run it. No. I'm in it. I've got like admin access, but it's nothing to do with me. Yeah, it's nothing to do with me. I get nothing out of it basically. So I get a free subscription. But yeah, other than that, it's nothing to do with me. I help promote it. Obviously, it's my younger brother to help him out. But yeah, I just use it. So yeah, but I think it's good personally. So yeah, it's still going though. Absolutely. Let me just catch up quickly before I get to you, Akil. But I think we're all good. How long have you been doing Amazon now? Neil's asking. Sorry, Neil. Welcome, by the way. I'm doing Amazon. It's coming on for 3 years now. My first sale was 6th of July, 2022. So we're pretty much coming up to 3 years now. So yeah, Akil's saying sales and purchases for the last 30 days. I spent over 100,000 on. It's probably 100,000 or 90 to 100,000 in stock. In the past 30 days. Sales is really low, I think. The sales are really poor. Let me have a look. I don't know. We look at 30 days. 30,263 and 90 pence in sales for the past 30 days. It's weird. I never do 30 days. I always do yesterday, today, this month. Basically, these are the 3 stats I always look at. And I suppose a lot. No, that's pretty much it, actually. Old school coding style. Yeah, exactly. I'm old school, to be honest. Yeah. I was using ChatGPT a little bit. It's really clever and it's also really stupid. Honestly, it's amazing how far it's gone, and then it's also amazing how bad it is as well. But yeah, I'm definitely an old school coder. You got to DM me how much sponsored stream is. I heard it's cheap because mates rates. Make me an offer, mate. Make me a serious offer via DM, then we can talk about it. So, catch up. Yeah, so done the sales and purchases, 30 days. Could you put parallel import on EU A2A UK buys? I never worry about those because basically an Amazon invoice should fight that fine. Have you run into that issue? I don't think I've literally ever run into a parallel import A2A from EU. But it's interesting. Don't think I've ever run into that though. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I'm just ignoring the ones that come up. But yeah, I've never actually not heard of that, but I've never actually run into that problem. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, okay, interesting. I suppose if certain brands are notorious for that, we can definitely look into doing that, absolutely. A to Z is asking, is Amazon FBA method focused on just Qogita, or do you stand wholesale as well? I just use Qogita. I've contacted loads of wholesalers. I've been really disappointed with the prices. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I probably am. Who knows? But yeah, I've contacted all sorts of wholesalers. Been very disappointed with the prices. I like Qogita because they deal with all the import fees. They deal with all the shipping. It's all included in the price. The price you see on the page is the price excluding VAT. But once you get to checkout, that's the price. There's no import fees. There's no shipping price. No shipping costs. That is it. So, and they deal with all the admin and stuff around importing it as well. So yeah, that's one thing I love basically. But yeah, I've looked into wholesale. Honestly, I wasn't going to do wholesale this year. I was given some good wholesalers and I was really disappointed with the prices. The margins were so thin. It just wasn't worth it for me. I'm a huge fan of doing Qogita and OA and A2A. I think they're the best, personally. Yeah, wholesale can be done. I think you need a load of money. You need a lot of buying power. And you need to be really good at negotiating prices with a lot of money. That's the only way I can see it works. And I've spoken to multiple people who've done wholesale. In fact, I know someone who did wholesale and went back to OA because the wholesale was so bad. The margins were too thin. But I'm not saying it can't work, though, because people do it, to be fair. I just had no success with it. So AZ saying, is Amazon FBA... sorry, 1 second, go back. AQL, sorry. What's minimum ROI you purchase? Again, I don't really look too much at ROI. The main thing I'm looking at is how much I can make per month on a listing. So if there's a 10%, and this is obviously with me coming with a little bit of capital, But if there's a 10% ROI listing, but I can make £100 per month on that listing, then I'm going to do with that, obviously. But as a good rule of thumb, I would say you need to be looking at 30% minimum, with slight caveats, of course. But 30% is probably a good rule of thumb. Depends on what you're doing, though. For OA, 30%. For Qogita, 20%. But don't forget, on Qogita, you can buy higher quantities. So Kiki was saying, do you take salary or dividends? So I'm kind of a weird one. I've not really paid myself for my business yet. I really don't need to, actually. I've definitely been... but yeah, essentially just do both. You need to take salary up to your tax-free allowance, which is like 12,800, whatever it is right now, and then obviously dividends. That's the way to do it. But yeah, don't look at me as an example. Your newsletter shop list has a lot of poor shops in there. Anything updated soon? I'm sorry to hear that, Neil. Are we talking about which one are we talking about? The 600 sites, is it? Is that the one you're talking about, Neil? But yeah, what's an example of a poor shop on there? Let me know. I can probably look through and maybe update it a little bit. I'll be honest, that site's been ripped through, like looking at things like Arbisource, tactical arbitrage, things like that. So yeah, let me know. Yeah, I mean, I can look through and maybe update it. Let me know what sites you found were bad on there, and then I can maybe look to update it. Sorry, it didn't meet your expectations, but I do appreciate the feedback though. So Empire, I find coding with AI, it's great for simple stuff like single function scaffolding. Start with, get yourself into a real mess after a while. The biggest thing I found really scary with Empire was I'd say to it like, oh, I want to implement this feature. Here's the current file right now. Just add it in or whatever. And it would add it in, but it would also change other stuff. It would like, let's say I had like a message coming up saying like, hello, Simon. It would change it to like, greetings, Simon. So I'm like, if it's changing that, what else is it changing on this file that I didn't ask it to do? And then also, it's also bring up things that don't work as well. I'll be like, this thing doesn't work. It's been deprecated for ages. And then it's like, oh, yes, Simon, you're correct. The new way of doing it is this. I'm like, why did you give me the old way in the first place then? So it's clever, but it's also really dumb, honestly. Air and Grace, London. Fair enough. Yeah, I'll have a look through it, to be fair. So, yeah, I'll look through it. There are some good gems in there, to be fair. But, yeah, I'll go through and have a little bit of a clean-up, I suppose, of some of the sites. I can probably do a better job on that one. So it was a freebie that I kind of like whipped together pretty quickly, I'm not going to lie. But there's some really good gems in there, which I can tell you about right now if you want. But yeah, Sports Direct. John Lewis. What other sites are there? Empire, do you put your code into ChatGPT or do you use Copilot Cursor? I've used both, to be fair. With the Chrome extension, I like pretty much used it all in ChatGPT. And with I think I used Copilot ages ago, to be fair. And then with my Ruby app, I really just like ask it questions here and there. So, like for example, it was like, oh, how do you set up an AWS bucket? I was like, oh, can you tell me how to do that? And then it told me wrong. It was like the configuration was from 2012 because I had a date in it. I was like, this is not right. It's like, oh yes, you're right, it's not right. And then I had to actually Google it myself. So it's just so bad sometimes. It's crazy because some companies like firing their developers for AI. I'm like, you are mad. Also, they have massive security vulnerabilities sometimes as well. There's no, yeah, it's amazingly bad. Let's put it like that. But no, I do appreciate the feedback, Neil. I definitely need to put more effort into that. It was kind of whipped up a little bit quickly. But yeah, definitely need to improve that, to be fair. But I do appreciate the feedback. So it's all good. But yeah, so yeah, ChatGPT is kind of interesting at times. But yeah, I prefer to mostly just code it myself. Do you think your approach of accepting lower RO at higher sales led to you accepting bad deals? I also dropped by standards, but I feel like Felix does better deals out there. The one thing I say is like Felix, for example, he's a massive anomaly out there. So there is no one out there right now doing what he's doing. So it's good to use him as an example maybe, but it's also like saying, I can't play football. Oh, this is really bad. Actually, going to stroke his ego, but I can't play the football like Ronaldo or whatever. Like, you know, should I play more like him? It's like, it's a bit of an anomaly, I guess. And I don't like football, by the way, so I've got no idea about football. But yeah, I've literally got no idea how he's doing what he's doing, basically. So, yeah. I couldn't tell you, MTT. I couldn't tell you. Absolutely no idea, to be honest. No idea. These numbers are, ridiculous. I've got no idea. I've never seen anyone make those numbers before on Amazon FBA doing OA. So, yeah. Yeah. It's just a lot of flumping there for sites that ain't really for Amazon sourcing. Yeah, I'll definitely just whittle it down. I mean, to be honest, it sounds good with 600, but to be fair, you can get away with. It sounds stupid, but like, there's probably 10 sites you can source and make a really good living. In fact, I know there are. You could make 100K a month, 100K a year, sorry, just sourcing from 10 sites. So, but yeah, it doesn't sound very good for like getting people to sign up to a newsletter, though, does it? So, but yeah. I can't remember exactly, Neil, but he'd posted like one day that it was like, obviously everyone has good and bad days and stuff. One day he made like £4,600 profit. I can't remember what his results are. 40,000 a month or something on average, I think. So yeah, something around there. Yeah, crazy, pretty good. How do I know they're legit? I don't know for certain. Yeah. When are you meeting up with Spence next? Well, Spence and Josh are at a car meetup right now. So, yeah. But I've met up with them a few times this week, and I'm sure I'll meet up with them again probably this weekend. Who knows? They tried to bundle me in the back of a Mercedes something, AMG something or other, and I literally couldn't get in it. And also I said I wasn't going to get in the back of it. So, yeah. Let's stop talking about Felix. Akil, who is Felix? He's a guy who sells on Amazon. He's on Twitter, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he's got a Discord as well. This is not the Felix promotion channel. But yeah, he's doing crazy numbers right now. No one knows how he's doing it but him, of course. And maybe his VAs, I don't know. So he's doing ridiculous numbers. I've never seen anyone do numbers like that before. No one I know who knows how he's doing it, and we've definitely spoken about it. So take that as it is. So yeah, I've got no idea. Trust me, if I knew I was doing it, I'd be doing it myself, unless it was illegal. But yeah, I sent you that video of you in Mogul general chat if you want. Which one's that of me trying to get in the car? I thought it was posted there anyway. I can't. Yeah, if you want to go for it. If it's just me and not Spence, by the way, do it. Because you know what Spence is like. If you want to throw it in, I don't care. But yeah, I thought I posted it already. To be fair. But yeah, I hang out with Spence and Jacob. Then obviously they've been in Bali, so yeah. Sam's gone back to UK now. Yeah, Spence and Josh, sorry, are here. Still, I think they're leaving before me though to go back to UK. I don't know. He's got his own one, mate. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna. It's literally just a funnel into his mentorship, though. It's not like mine, so I'm not gonna start promoting it though. So, sorry, Keith. Yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. So, yeah, yeah, exactly, Empire. Yeah, so. Okay, I'm not. I don't know the answers to this, so we're not talking about this anymore. If you want to find out, he's on Twitter. So, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Crazy numbers. Unfortunately, my numbers aren't crazy at the moment, but they'll get there. So, don't know if they'll make 4,000 a day though. I think that's better than I think my best day in Christmas was. How much did I make? What was my best day at Christmas? I can't remember now. I think I did probably was about 4,000. But that's Christmas, that's a bit different. Yeah, I don't know anyway. Yeah. Yeah, December's a bit different to May. How are your numbers currently? They're terrible, mate. It's slowly growing, to be fair. I've got, to this month, for example, I'm on about £100 a day. A bit less, actually, I think, what we're on now. So I'm on 1,300 profit right now, 13,000 ROI, 20% ROI. I've got a huge amount of stock in Amazon, £130,000 now. I'm literally just waiting for the buy box. Basically now, I've got some really good deals in there, some really good ones, but I'm not prepared to drop the price just yet on them. So yeah, when they come in, they're going to come in really nicely. But yeah, right now, I'm just waiting, basically. There's always a little bit of a lag when you get stock in. Things tank a little bit before they sell, so I'm just waiting. I've got some really nice leads gone in, some really nice ones. But yeah. Yeah, why not get your brother to do your software ideas and split the profits? I offered, he didn't want to do it. Basically, he's got his own ideas that he's doing right now. So yeah. Yeah, they also do say maybe he was right in declining me. Don't do business with your family. So yeah, probably a wise decision, to be fair. So yeah, I did offer, to be fair, but he's got his own software that he's making, which if he ever finishes it will be really good. So yeah. So MTT said used to do 500 per day. I mean, I don't know if I did that every day, but yeah, I did used to do good No, definitely not. No. I did an average of 10,000 a month, basically. Some months were more, some months a bit less. 10,000 a month, sorry. I don't know if I said 10,000 a day. What happened, I just took all of Q1 off, basically. And then obviously what happens, your stock runs out, sell off the crappy stock. And then obviously it takes time to build up again. As simple as that, really. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You buy stock, it doesn't immediately all just sell right away. So yeah, it's getting in there now. So numbers will start climbing again soon. It's just there's always this lag, and you always suffer if you don't buy stock for a while. You might not see the immediate effect, but you'll see it in the future. But obviously, when your stock runs out, so then it takes time to build up. But it's all good. I was focused on other things really, and also the Umove thing. Put this, as I said in my live vlogs a lot, it's put the fear into me a little bit when I had £250,000 in Amazon. I had a Lamborghini in Amazon, and all the Umove stuff was happening. I was definitely, and obviously they did that whole thing. I was definitely I'm pulling a lot of money out of Amazon, but now I'm actually pushing it back into Amazon again. So yeah, I would definitely had that fear come into me at that time as well, because I was like, if Amazon banned me now, I am literally buggered, basically. Yeah. So, do you think this Q4 you'll beat last Q4? Yes, I think I will. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I've got more money, better places to buy from, and yeah. So that's why Jacob stopped completely. I'm not willing to stop completely. I mean, I can't, to be honest. I can't do Amazon YouTube. I can't run a community and help people if I don't do Amazon myself. That's the truth of it, really. So, yeah. If I was going to give up something, I probably would give up Amazon and focus on the software and the Discord and the YouTube, but I can't. I have to keep doing Amazon. So it's nice. It still makes money, but it just takes focus away from me when I want to try and build other things. So, but yeah. Yeah, I'm building it back up again. It just takes time. I'll have bigger numbers soon. So yeah, and to be fair, it adds to my credibility when my numbers come up. So, but yeah, I'm not going to lie about them right now. They're pretty poor. I don't post about them too much, to be fair, because I'm not exactly proud of them. But yeah, they're climbing again. So it's just, I said, I've got 130k of stock in Amazon right now. Some really good stuff. I just can't capture the buy box right now. And to be fair, a lot of them have tanked a little bit. Still actually quite profitable, but I'm not willing to take. There's one that comes in now where I think it's dropped down to £5 profit. I've got 750 units in there. But when I bought it though, it was at £9 profit, and I know it's going to come back because it sells ridiculously fast. So I'm just going to sit there and wait. I'm not going to take a 50% loss or 40% loss on the profit to sell it right away. When I know that the sales velocity it does, it's 1,000 SPM, it's going to come back in a couple of months. I mean, I look at estimated profit. It's not very accurate, 220,000. If you run at 30% ROI, I think, or whatever it is, something like that. But yeah, that's not accurate though, I don't think, because I've got some stuff in there that's definitely where it tanked heavily, and I'll probably break even on. So, but yeah, but that's what the SDK says. 129,790, so 130,000 basically of stock. Total cost of goods, resale is 220. So yeah. Estimated profit right now says it's going to be, I Thing is, I've got to add some cost of goods in there. Actually, no, I think I've got some cost of goods I'm actually missing. Let's have a look quickly. It says 20,000. That seems wrong though. Missing. Yeah. Yeah, I've got 8 items I need to add in for cost of goods. Actually, it shouldn't be too much in terms of cost. Probably another couple of £1,000. But yeah, it says actually the profit is like 20,000 and a half. So maybe it is actually kind of right. 21% ROI. So actually, yeah, maybe it's not too far off actually. So yeah. I've got some good stuff, got some bad stuff in there. I never look at that stuff, to be fair. But yeah, one thing I will say though is my profit per day is terrible compared to my total cost of goods though. So, what's to add inventory section of SDK seems to be coming soon for years. No, SDK hasn't been touched in years. I think it's been coming for ages. I remember when I was building Amaz Seller, I saw that and I was really worried. I was like, oh, I'm too late for Amaz Seller, but they never built it. So SDK just hasn't touched it in ages. I think he maybe does bug fixes and that's about it. So it's gonna die off eventually because he doesn't improve it or invest in it. So there's other softwares coming out like Seller Board, which is okay. There's a new one coming out called Seller Fuse. Yeah, no one can crack it, their empire. No one can crack it. Seller Fuse, I think he's been working really hard on doing that. So if you can crack it, they do really well. Obviously, there was the Profit Protector Pro one. They Skewify. They gave up on it. They abandoned it. No one can crack it. I want to buy SDK, but I think he'll want too much from it. I think he'll want 3 million for it, which is too much. But yeah, I think it has loads of margin where it can be improved massively. Yeah, Norm must be making a lot of money. Yes, he doesn't improve it. He just doesn't do anything. He basically just sits and collects his money. He probably does some basic bug fixes, and that's about it, really. But at the same time, it works. So, but there's loads of features I'd love to see it added in there. So, yeah. Spence will crack it. Maybe. Maybe. I think he is, Norm is the guy who owns Seller Toolkit. Yeah. So, yeah, Spence is working with the Seller Fuse guy, I believe. As long as they've done that deal now, I don't know. I don't know if I should have said that. But anyway, I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, Seller Fuse is the new up-and-coming one. So you can check that out. I think they're doing a ridiculous, 90-day free trial or something. But yeah. Should probably post my link, actually, for you guys to use for it. So I don't think it's leaking, really. I'm not sure. But yeah. SDK, it just doesn't improve, really. So, yeah. So, but I'd love to buy it, to be fair. If it was on offer for a good price, get some people together and buy it and improve it. Yeah, the thing is, does it work? No one can seem to crack the numbers, get the numbers to work. That's the thing. So, yeah, no one can seem to get the accurate information. Carbo, oh moo. What's oh moo? Was it meant to be oh no? Simon's leaked it. I don't think it was oh my God, Spence just messaged me saying, why did you leak it? No, I'm joking. I don't think it's what do you call it? Privileged information. Anyway. Oh my God. But yeah, I need to ban you all. You're right, Jacob. Yes, you're right, MTT, yes. But yes, it's not improved. It's not touched in ages. Software slowly rots over time, essentially. Yeah. You get all sorts of exclusives out of me, to be fair. I don't hold anything back, really, unless it is private. You even found out what my new secret software is. I wonder if I show up on ChatGPT. Like, who is FBA Mogul? Actually, that'd be interesting to search, actually. Let's have a look. I don't know if this... Who is FBA Mogul? Let's have a look. Oh, there you go. It's a company or brand focused on helping entrepreneurs build successful businesses. I definitely need to... When I get home, I'm going to sort out the stream so we can have a screen that we can share. You can see me. Do like a proper streaming setup. A bit better. Yeah, so, yeah. Do like the proper streaming thing. What FBA Mogul likely represents? Okay. I wonder if I can teach it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good at. Oh my god, it knows about OA Hero. That is mental, right? What? So weird. Unless it knows that because I've been talking about it. That's really weird. Okay. The word mogul suggests a focus on not just making money with FBA, but building a significant business aimed at turning side hustles into full-time entrepreneurs. That's pretty much right, actually. Yeah, interesting. ChatGPT is kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh, right, guys. Anyway, I'm going to call that a night. Try not to eat dinner now and just go to bed, but I'm not even slightly tired, really. But yeah, it's been really good hanging out with you guys. It's been going on for ages. I do appreciate you guys coming on. It's been fun to hang out. We had good viewerships, actually, today. And I think if I start doing some different streams, I'll get more viewers. So, but yeah, there's definitely pent-up demand last time. I'm really looking forward to doing another driving vlog, actually. So that will be coming out in a few weeks when I get back to the UK. Doing another driving vlog. And yeah, awesome, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. I do appreciate it. And I will see you in Monday.